Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Foxtail. I almost said Tale from the Blue Cottage.
Yeah.
Almost got me.
Almost. It is
Almost
a
got
tale
me.
from the Blue Cottage.
It
We are in
is a
the-
tale from the Blue
Blue
Cottage,
Cottage.
indeed, which is kind of where the name came from. But welcome, and happy Tuesday. Thank you guys for joining in with us. If you guys, if you're new here, welcome. If you're a return viewer or listener, thank you for coming back and checking it out. We hope you're enjoying the content. And if you are enjoying the content, you should go check us out over on TikTok and Instagram at Blue Cottage D&D, where we make fantasy and that's
Nope.
wrong. Where we make D&D inspired skits. Skits and homebrew material for you to use in your own and your home table, however you'd like to. And we've got a lot of homebrew material coming, including some of this stuff from a Foxtail, most likely, that will be available on our Instagram. You can go check that out at Blue Cottage D&D. And if you really, really, really enjoy the stream and you would like to support us, please go check out MidnightStrayCandleCo.com, where we make fantasy-inspired scented candles, as well as handmade resin dice to help enhance your tabletop experience. However, currently we do not have any dice, but there will be a dice drop announcement soon. And if you want to get up to date on the dice drops, you can go check out Midnight Stray Candle Co. on Instagram to find out when the next release is going to be, as well as see when what the dice look like before they even drop. So you'll get first previews and get first looks. So hey, go follow, give us a follow at Midnight Stray Candle Co. on Instagram. Big thanks to Ken Wall at Ken the Artist, who did the artwork for our countdown screen, as well as all of our character art for our other streams. Ken Wall is an amazing artist. You show support her. Go show her some love on Instagram at Ken the Artist, as well as on her website at kentheartist.com. So please go show her some love. She's an amazing person. She's so much fun to work with too. She's super, super chill. Probably one of the easiest artists we've ever worked with. So, but anyways, Ken, if you're watching, thank you so much.
The person you've worked with is me.
What's that?
Oh! Moving right along.
Second easiest.
Yeah, moving right along to the my next thing, actually.
I wanted to full throttle kick him under that bus.
Yeah,
You got long legs, man.
that was a heavy bus. That was a heavy bus.
I'm just playing.
Anyways, you guys know better than to throw me off my game. So yeah, but seriously, go show her some love. And I hope you all had a happy holiday and enjoyed some time with your family and friends. And speaking of which, we got another holiday coming up here in the U.S. New Year's, actually. And with the year brings me, I got to thinking about this on the way home, actually, about how much this has grown in the past year. So this time a year ago, we started our second group of players. We formed another group of players that comes in from time to time and plays on our short campaigns like this, as well as our one-shots and other things. We have sold out of all of the inventory, essentially, that we started the year with the Midnight Stray. And it's been wild. We've started a stream, we started a TikTok that has, I think, almost 20,000 followers now, which is absurd to me. I know that probably doesn't seem like a lot to some people, but considering we didn't even expect to get 2,000 followers, it's a huge deal for me. So, anyways, we just wanted to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for all of your support. Thank all of you guys for being a part of it and helping us bring it together. And any of the players out there who are watching, guys, thank you, because we couldn't have done it without you. So this is all because of everybody at this table. So thanks, guys. Thanks for being a part of our 2022.
For being an exceptional host.
And let's see what we can do in 2023, guys. So, with that, let's jump into tonight's session of A Foxtail. Last we left off, our adventurers set out from their hometown of Riverwood Bend as new seekers, hired to acquire an astral. As you know, the towns in this country require an astral in order to protect them from this fog called the withering that rolls through from time to time. And the light of an astral is the only thing that keeps it away. However, the astral in this town is too small now. They've outgrown it. They want to expand, which means they need a larger one. So they have tasked all four of you with finding a new one. You were given a choice to go to Twins Pass or to Foggy Hollow, where there were two observatories. The observatories are where they make the maps and the charts to locate astrals for seekers such as yourself. You chose Foggy Hollow. Not by unanimous decision, but it was a decision nonetheless.
Show.
Got dragged kicking and screaming, jumping through bushes.
So,
We're about to see how it pans out.
so you all made your way towards Foggy Hollow, crossing over the Evansville Downs, You ran into a little snafu with a bunch of very angry plants that took a little while to figure out, to sort out, but thanks to Timothy's rather smelly conclusion of that combat, you were able to finally defeat this monster, this shambling creature, vines, that was controlling the entirety of the brambles, and it already killed many travelers before you. After defeating this foe, with a magical sword in hand, by the way, don't forget about that, and as well as a flower that you acquired called the Spring Maiden. You continued your journey across the downs to Foggy Hollow, making your way into the woods where the grass turned to muck and mud and sticks beneath your feet. Many great willow trees and mangrove trees that kind of grow here, their roots extending up and out of the water all around you. Quite a bit of moss dangling from the from the branches. Saying brambles too many times. Dangling from their branches and their canopy. And up ahead of you, along the road, just up ahead at the end of the road, there was a small pier. And on that pier, there was a little boat, just big enough to fit maybe 6 or 7 passengers. And as you approached, there was this little possum inside that kind of poked his head out from under his hood with a lantern and kind of pointed it over towards you. Its light kind of dissipating the fog between you and him. Well, hi there. It's been a while since I've seen some travelers in these parts. What brings you folk here to Foggy Hollow?
Does he seem genuine when he says that?
Make an insight check.
That's actually been a while. Ooh. 23.
23. Wow.
Yeah.
With a 23, he seems fairly honest. I mean, it seems like he's... You don't know if a while's like what a while is comparatively. Maybe a while is a few days or a few weeks or a few months. But he seems like it's been a while since he's seen a few folks come this way.
Keep an eye on his shifty eyes.
Yeah, only one of them's shifty. The other one's pretty straight. The one on his left eye is just kind of like darting all over the place, but his right eye is fixated on you pretty well. Well, you look like, based on your astral shards, are you seekers?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, it's happy to have you. We do have one of the finer observatories here in the northwestern part, or northeastern part, excuse me. Pardon me. Anyways, but there's only one way to get to the tower end of the town proper, and that's by, well, Jerry's Ferry here. Name's Jerry.
Jerry's
Good
Ferry.
to meet you all.
Well, hi now, Jerry.
Nice to meet you too. What's the cost of your services?
Well, it's 2 silvers a person. Or you could, take your luck across the muck and water and mud and with the belly crawlers. I guarantee you don't want to deal with that.
No belly crawling for me. Here's my silvers.
What are belly crawlers?
Well, big old scaly reptiles that like to eat folks like you and me.
Oh.
They're bigger than my boat, most of them. And even the ones that are half the size of my boat are still twice as dangerous.
How many silvers are in a gold?
10.
10.
Oh, I had my silver over too.
Okay, and 2 silvers.
2
Takes
silvers.
Video.
Takes the silvers. Well, I appreciate all y'all and you supported my little business here. Helping feed my 16 children and 12 grandchildren.
Oh, that's a lot of children.
Where are these children?
Well, they'd be in the town, which is where I'm about to take you. Just saved yourself quite a trip, too. It's about a 4-hour walk through the mud and muck, but it's only about 45 minutes through Jerry's Ferry, so help yourself. Come on, hop on in, and let's get going.
Is there anything else we should be aware of?
So he kind of like loads, he says, "Here, let me take your bag." And he takes your bags and he puts them, he's got like a little trunk towards the front that's latched down against the sides of the boat, and it seems like it's completely sealed off. Like he's got a lot of ropes and other bindings around it and wax seals on the, like beeswax kind of sealing the cracks and crevices to make it waterproof. He takes your bags and kind of sticks them inside and shuts it. Doesn't have a lock, it's just got a little latch that flips shut. And now, keep hands and feet inside the car at all times.
I want to take the middle
What about our
seat.
tails?
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Everything inside the boat. Nothing gets outside the boat. lest you become belly crawler food. You don't want to be a belly crawler's breakfast. You stay in there for a bit before they digest you. And you got to live through the whole thing. It's nasty. It's a nasty thing. But just trust me on this. So, other things to watch out for other than belly crawl. Well, yeah, I mean, this is Foggy Hollow. This ain't your run-of-the-mill town. You've never been?
I've never been.
Well, welcome.
Oh,
And kind of at this point, as he gets you all in, he unties the rope and kind of takes his long pole and begins to push off and grabs a couple of oars and he begins to slowly paddle you deeper into the mist. Well, belly crawl is one thing. And then north of the Umbermire, there's some pretty big spiders up that way too that I hear are quite dangerous. Now they don't usually leave their little grove, but they kind of haunt these old ruins up to the north. But yeah, as long as you follow the Everflames, you'll be just fine.
Do we know what Everflames are?
Make a history check.
We're so dim. 7.
No idea.
I'm gonna see if I.
Well, what's an Everflame?
Well, it's lanterns made of a special fire from our founders a long time ago. It helps lead wandering travelers to the north. You see, the hollow gets real foggy from time to time. So foggy you can't see. That's not as bad as the withering, but it's still pretty tough. So we made these lanterns. Every 10 to 20 feet along the path, they lead you all the way out of the forest to the north. As long as you stay on the path with the Everflames, you make it out just fine.
Well, Jerry, you from here?
Well, yeah, born and raised.
How old are you?
About 17.
17. That's pretty old for a possum.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
Have you any astrals?
No, but you can talk to my great nephew Brevy about that. He's a town astronomer. Smartest of the bunch, that one.
How big's the bunch?
Whew, pretty big. Of course, to be honest, it ain't saying much.
What was his name?
Brevy.
Brevy.
Yeah, you'll want to get talking to him if you're looking for astrals. One other thing. Probably steer clear of Camilla. She's the town priestess and kind of leader of our little town, but she's a little kooky, that one. She's a raccoon too, actually. Kind of looks up towards you.
Kooky raccoon.
I met me one of them once.
You're looking at one.
So, anyways, once you get to town, you'll want to probably go over to the Grumpy Stump. That's where you'll find your lodging for the evenings.
Is
As
she
long as you stay.
kooky good or kooky bad?
Just kooky. Depends on her mood that day.
Like witchy?
No, not witchy. Oh, that brings another point though. There is legend of a witch that lives in the swamp. Now, she's north of the Umbermire. A little further from the spiders, in fact, to the northwest. Not far from where the river meets our little marsh here. Her name is Ilka. At least that's what they call her. I don't know what her real name is. All I know is that we don't go there. She don't come to us. We don't go to her. Works out just fine.
What's the scariest story you've ever heard about her?
Scariest story I've ever heard about her.
Yeah.
Oof, well, my grandpappy told me this one story one time.
Grandpappies are the best for stories.
They really are indeed. He told me a story about this man. He got swallowed up by a belly crawler. All right, it was an old rabbit actually, jackrabbit. Big one though. Rabbits here in the marsh, well, they're stalwart. They're a little bit bigger than your average city rabbits. He got swallowed up by a belly crawler, and he cut his way out with one little dagger. Cut his way out of the belly crawler's stomach. But the belly crawler had taken him right onto Ilka's doorstep. Now, Ilka, she was pretty quick, wily. Rabbit had to keep his wits about him. She invited him in for dinner. She brought him in, put some carrots in the pot, along with some potatoes, a couple other seasonings and whatnot. What a rabbit! You started this. Now, he wasn't no fool. He knew what she was up to. But he said, tell you what. How about, what else you gonna put in that? See, I'm a bit of a vegetarian myself. I don't like to eat meat. She said, oh, don't worry. I'm not gonna put no meat in here. He said, something's wrong with this woman. So what he did, he said, well, you know what you need? You need to get the collards. You need to throw some collards in there. I know where some grow, not far from here. And he kind of pointed her in the way, and for some reason, she believed him. She trusted him, wandered off. Well, that jackrabbit tore out of there, went the bat out of hell, came running down the boardwalk all the way back, told my pappy the whole story.
Wow.
So this rabbit, he's still alive?
Oh, no. This was a long time ago.
Okay.
Well, now, does Foggy Bottom got a seeker?
Well, we don't currently, not in need of any. We procure some from time to time whenever we've hired someone, whenever needs arise, but no, we don't have our local seekers, just our town guard.
I think it's Foggy Hollow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at Foggy Bottom.
Foggy. Okay.
Not to be confused with Soggy Bottom. That's a town to the deep south you don't want to go to.
Yeah.
Do we notice whether he has one of the shards or not?
He does actually
Okay.
keep an astral shard. It's a good point that you bring up. He actually has one around, kind of dangling around his neck. It's a little smaller than yours, a little bit weaker, but he does have one that's on him. And you notice as well in the lantern, it is giving off a faint, like bluish glow. And as you kind of take a closer look, you can see embedded in the side of the lantern, there's also an astral there. So, but but our head of our town guard, well, he's related to one of the most well-known seekers around here, Ridley Razorback. You ever heard of him?
Razorback. Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah, well, our Warren Mossback, he's related to him. Distant cousins, I do believe. But Ridley was supposed to come to town a couple of weeks ago, never did make it for some reason. We assumed he just got called off on some secret business.
Yeah, secret business.
We didn't find his body, did we?
The name?
In the maze?
I think so.
We found something.
There was a boar skeleton that attacked you at the very end that had the key to that chest, that box around his neck.
I think he might be dead.
What?
Sylvia!
What?
Let's make it to the town first before we drop this news.
Oh, okay.
She likes stories. She grew up with her grandpappy and
Oh, well, like she said, grandparents do tell the best stories. Yeah, well, anyway, and he kind of gestures up ahead and says, hey, there's Foggy Hollow right up ahead. We almost there. And you see up ahead, as you kind of look.
It's so hard not to mimic that.
To what?
I said it's so hard not to mimic that.
What is accent?
He
He's
is.
going
He
to
is. That accent.
See, that's the great thing about y'all going to Foggy Hollow is everybody talks like this. I ain't got to worry about mixing it up and down. Yep. It's the thing. It be what it be. You've done what you did.
Oh,
Could have gone to Twins Fest. It's too late now.
we're here.
Mm-hmm.
You in it now?
We're in it.
We in it to win it.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I can't. Why can't I find anything that I uploaded just last night?
Are you on the wrong Google?
Found
list?
it. Found it.
Lost to the fog.
All right. Up ahead, you see many flickering torches. Their flames kind of cutting through the dense fog. You notice around, kind of beneath them, they're hanging on these posts that are kind of extending up on this maze, labyrinth of bridges and boardwalks that kind of pass in between a great deal of wooden houses and wooden homes. You see as there are ladders that kind of climb up into the trees and wooden bridges that kind of attach them together with many different households up top, down low. It's this interesting kind of labyrinthine little town here in the middle of the marsh. You notice several boats kind of sifting along the water just on the edge of the town. A couple of people, or a couple of Warren folk in them. You see a couple of muskrats and some beavers inside some of the boats. Look like they have some fishing poles and nets. As they see Jerry kind of approaching with his little ferry, he kind of just takes his little hat and gives them a nod. And they all just kind of give him a wave. Approaching within, you do notice, too, towards the back side of the town, kind of extending high into the canopy, there's a large wooden tower with what appears to be a telescope or a spyglass that's kind of protruding out of it, peering out over the ocean to the east. And as you approach, there is this, you notice as this otter comes running up, just super fast. I mean, as fast as otters go, he's just kind of like inchworming across the boardwalk. And he gets over to you and Jerry, you ain't gonna believe this. You need to get to the town center, and quick. Jerry said, what's going on? Mr. Otto, what's going on? And Otter kind of, well, town astral's gone missing. Camilla, she's giving the town guard she's raising Cain about it. You need to go see this.
Well now, Jerry, sounds like you need a seeker after all.
He kind of looks, well, fortune smile upon us. Looks like it's just meant to be.
Can I insight check Otto?
Make an insight check.
11.
11?
Yeah.
Seems honest. He's a little worked up. He's a little anxious about this.
Okay.
Jerry you watch as he ties the boat off quickly, and he jumps up and says, what? He grabs all your stuff and throws all your gear at you. I'm off. just goes scurrying off on the boardwalk. You see as he disappears around the corner kind of between these two buildings on what you would assume to be like the main road, because the boardwalk here is much wider than the rest of them.
We want to follow him.
Did he just leave his boat unattended?
It's a small town. It's probably safe.
Probably safe.
Sounds like we stepped into a good situation.
Are you going to pick up this accent?
Well, probably now.
He's pretty good.
I am but an actor on life's stage. Let's go.
So you all kind of give pursuit. You follow Jerry and Otto as they kind of begin to make their way towards the center of town. They actually kind of shift down these boardwalks, kind of cutting across a little side street, this alley between these two buildings, and cut around some barrels and squeeze through until they eventually get to that large tower that's towards the back of town. The town itself is not very large, mind you. It's probably a little smaller than Riverwood Bend. And towards the back of the town, there's that large tower. And he kind of approaches it, and you see there is quite a crowd gathered here. Probably 3 or 4 dozen people at least, 3 or 4 dozen of one folk of various races, kind of gathered around, and you see this elderly, haggard-looking raccoon with like really bushy tufts of fur out the side of her face. Her whiskers, she only has whiskers on the right side of her face, and then like there's a little snub of one on the left side. She's got cataracts over her left eye, and her right eye is still this deep brown, wearing very interesting-looking robe, like this kind of haggard-looking cotton robe with a lot of vines and moss kind of draping off of it. And there is, standing next to her, there's this really large boar, standing on his back feet, completely at attention, wearing this kind of rusted chainmail, and he looks very out of place for this little town, actually. He looks very well-to-do, a little more well-to-do than the rest of them, and she is giving him hell. And she kind of, you listen here, Warren. Who'd you put in charge of watching the town astral? Well, ma'am, it was your nephews, Reggie and Roscoe. You put my idiot nephews in charge of watching the most important stone in all this? Oh, I can't even with you. All right then. She turns around. 15 gold pieces to anybody who can bring me my idiot's nephews, and another 50 if you can return the town astral to me by daybreak. Is that your grandmother?
I'm about to find out. Camellia. What's that?
She kind of turns around towards you. It's Camilla.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Camilla. I think our group is the people you would want for this job.
She kind of approaches and she looks you up and down. She starts to spell you.
Timothy, not now.
Well, you ain't no city slicker, at least. All right. Well, if you can do it before anybody else, then. Well,
You said
got it.
50.
If you bring the town Astral to me by daybreak tomorrow, 50 gold pieces in your pocket. And if you bring my idiot nephews along with it, another 15.
Well, now, where might we find them?
She kind of slowly turns her head. Well, if I knew, you think I'd be giving you the fucking gold? Go find them! And she just storms off. You watch she grabs a paper nearby and starts like...
Wait. Was there anywhere they like to hang out?
Well, now that's what I meant.
Spend time.
You watch as she just disappears through the crowd. She is angry. She's frustrated. She was wandering off. And as you ask this question, there's this little rabbit that kind of approaches you. Well, I know where they used to hang out sometimes.
Do you?
Well, yeah, but I already gone looking there.
Oh. Did they leave, any tracks or anything anywhere?
Well, ma'am, truthfully, I saw them not even 10, 15 minutes ago. Not long before this here gathering. I walked right by them. They were standing where they were supposed to be. I know Camilla's pretty mad, but they were right where they were supposed to be.
And now where's that? Can you point at it?
She kind of like points over towards the observatory entrance, and you notice that up about 10 feet over the doorway, there's this stone placard that's kind of embedded in the side, and you notice where there is a slot where something's supposed to be and something is missing. And she gestures to the left and right. Well, they were standing right there, and I walked right past them, said hello, and when I turned around a second later, they were gone.
Were they acting funny?
No, they weren't acting funny. But I did hear something, like sounded like branches shaking over my head, and that kind of caught my attention a little bit. But I looked up and I didn't see nothing.
Do we have 10 minutes?
Sylvie,
Yes.
you about to do the nose thing?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Any other newcomers to town recently?
We don't get a lot of newcomers around these parts. So no, I can't say it. Not that I've seen. A couple of merchants in town from the city, but that's about it.
Any bandit groups around?
Well, yeah, but not these parts. They're a little further north. Thankfully, the Umbermeyer keeps them away from us.
Do you have anybody who can cast spells?
Well, I think Brevi can do a little bit of magic, and I know Camilla can. And, well, there is the alchemist, the apothecary, our medicine man. He can do it too.
Camilla seems a fine specimen. Where might I find her?
Well, you would find her at She kind of. Well, I guess you'd find her at her home, not far from here. So it's just right up the boardwalk there. If you go down there and take the second boardwalk on the left, and she lives at the end of the pier.
I respect your orders.
Literally just watched.
Wish I could be of more help, but I'm afraid that's all I know.
You were a great help, I think.
Yeah, what's your name, friend?
Well, you can just call me Maisie.
Maze.
Would anybody have a reason to steal the astral that you know of? Is anybody mad?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, never happened before. We've heard of what happened to High Home. She kind of looks around. I hope that's not happening here.
Would any of us have heard the news?
Make a history check.
Yeah, I wanna
Say hi home.
Mm-hmm.
High Home.
history.
13 for me.
13.
8. Negative ones.
Yeah, really hard.
I got a 12.
I figured somebody would be smarter than me. Oh yes, they're smarter than me.
With a 13, you've heard rumors of High Home. A few years back, High Home. It is a home. You know, it is a. It was a pretty big town to the northeast, just kind of along the bluffs of the sea. And a few years ago, a group of bandits attacked and stole their astral, claiming it for their own. And not long after that, the withering rolled in, and that was that. Now it's just a ghost town.
Like actual ghosts? Did everybody die?
They're still there. Do any of us know what to do in an observatory? Like, could we go in and go up and look?
As far as secrets go, you guys would know that the way that the observatories work is they're usually pretty well guarded.
That sounds right.
Inside, the way it works is at the very top. You're not allowed up top. That's only for the astronomers. But they are able to. What they do is they create maps. They chart the skies. They watch for falling astrals, and they use the trajectory of the astral falling, and they make maps to sell to seekers, so that seekers may go find them.
So we wouldn't know what to do if we got so. We wouldn't be able to find an astral from the top of the
No, you would not be able to. You'd have to go in and it sounds like Brevi is the town astronomer. You'd have to talk to him about procuring one. So.
While we're here, I want to take some time to investigate the area, like where they were standing.
Kind of around where they were standing. Make an investigation check for me.
All right.
I was still detect magic.
Still
by the way.
ritual casting? Okay.
Indeed.
Glad it's just not me.
Investigation. That's an 11.
11? So you walk over and you take a look around. You actually can see kind of in where some of the moss is kind of falling from the branches up ahead. And you notice, like I said, there's a lot of trees. There's a really dense canopy all over the entirety of this town. The moss kind of hanging down, draping over most of the roofs and boardwalks. And you can see where some of the moss has been kicked aside and some of the dust on the boardwalks has been moved where they were standing. But it looks like they were just standing there, and that was it.
I'm gonna climb the tree
Climb up the tree.
where Maisie pointed that there was a noise.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check for me. Is you gonna climb?
Are you doing something?
I think I'm gonna climb up that tree and try to see if I can't find nothing.
Will it interrupt my detect?
Yep.
Oh, never mind. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right. Hey, nat 20.
That's a 20. So for a badger, you're quite nimble getting up this tree. Like you look at a couple of branches and you jump, grab, and just use your body weight to swing yourself around and get the momentum, and you just start climbing around the bough of the tree, all the way up into the canopy.
I'll follow him up.
You follow him up because you have a climbing speed, so you just start climbing. But it's pretty hard to keep up with. He's exceptionally fast for an old badger. You were not expecting that.
Old man got some moves.
So you climb your way up to the top. Make an investigation check while you're up here.
Do you remember to tell people good luck?
As you kind of get into the branches up top.
7.
7?
I'll do one from here. That's an 8.
It's an 8. Kind of looking around the top of the canopy up here, you search and you kind of walk, kind of carefully crawl over to the limbs that she had kind of gestured to, and you look around and you can definitely see where some of the moss has been messed with, some of the branches have snapped and kind of been shifted out of the way, like something was up here. But with an 8 and 7, unfortunately, you're not sure what it was.
Am I at the same height as that plaque in the slot?
A little higher, actually. You're about 5-6 feet above it.
I want to check the ground for any other marks. I know we saw some ground.
Kind of looking at it from overhead. Make a perception check if you're looking at it from overhead.
I want to look around up top, like while
Make a
I'm up here.
perception check for me.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, that's better.
You said that slot was lower than where they are on the tree.
Yeah, it's about
Too
6
high
feet.
for
Yeah, too high for anyone. It's about 10 feet up,
Okay.
and then they're about another 6-7 feet above it. So they're almost 20 feet up right now. 30, 20?
6.
6? A lot of branches. A lot of moss.
So many branches.
Yeah, a lot of fog kind of creeping up here, kind of messing with your nostrils a little bit. With a dirty 20, as you're looking down from above here, something does catch your attention. You see something. At first, you think it's a piece of moss, but then you see kind of dangling from the side of the observatory, kind of hanging down. You see what looks like a string of some kind, like a thread that's just kind of dangling in the wind. You watch as it just kind of blows gently from one side to the other. It's something you would have almost missed, as small as it is, but it's long. It extends almost from the top of the observatory all the way down to the bottom. Spooky.
Holy fuck, who's here? Sylvie. Does it go? It goes all the way down to the ground.
Almost to the ground. It's a few feet up off the ground, but
Yep.
it's pretty close.
So, darling, can you see that thing down there, right there?
Just kind of gestures over to it. You do see what looks like a long thread kind of dangling from the...
Looks like a piece of string. What do you want me to do with it?
I don't quite know yet. Let's leave it alone just for a second.
I can pull on it.
I don't think we should be pulling all random strings.
Let me get down before you start pulling stuff.
Okay.
Was it
If
look
you're
like?
sure.
Was it look like it's from?
I don't know.
Can't tell
Yeah,
what it's
this
made of or
one.
nothing like that.
Detect magic emanates off. Nothing magical in the area.
Well, it doesn't look like there's any magic around here, at least. Let me look. I'll investigate the string.
Okay.
And also, before it gets too late, I would like to try and pick up the scent of those two.
That's nose.
Okay. Make a perception check. Trying to catch their scent.
Gotta get Maisie to describe them since we did never see them, correct?
Oh, that's a good point.
What was yours?
Nat 20.
Natural 20?
So a
Nice.
24.
So 24. As you wander over to where they were standing, getting closer to that thread, and you take a... One of them smells like he hadn't bathed in a few days.
Right.
Ooh.
You're pretty right. Like you pick him up real easily. As you ask Maisie kind of what they look like, she said, "Well, they're raccoons. One of them's a little shorter than your friend there, and the other one's a little taller. But they, and the shorter one, well, he's a little round around the belly. He don't miss too many meals. Catch my drift.
Good for him.
The other one, he's a little taller, a little thinner. But the one identifying marker about two of them is that one of them has a piece missing off his left ear, and the other one's got a scar on his right nose. They gave that to each other whenever they were fighting as little baby raccoons. So apparently got into a bit of a tussle, and one got an ear, the other got a piece of the nose, and that was the end of that.
They got any other family around?
Well, there's Camilla, the grandmother, and then there's their father, Ronnie.
Who it is, Warren?
No, Warren's
Warren's
the boar.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I mean, it'd be an interesting pairing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Man.
Ronnie, their dad.
They're real progressive around here.
Any siblings?
Not just the two of them, from what I understand. I think their mom passed away when they were real young.
Oh. Can I investigate the string?
So how do you investigate the string? Just looking at it?
Yep.
All right. Make a nature check for me.
Nature.
Is it a natural 20?
It is.
2 in a row.
All right.
Can I borrow?
With a natural 20, as you take a look at this
21.
fine thread that's kind of dangling here from the top, just notice we didn't update everybody's stuff in the snap lines.
Yeah, I thought about it before we started. I'm like, it's too late now.
So, yeah, I just looked over. I was like, you don't have 10 hit points. You have more now. Anyways, so as you take a look at it, you notice something very interesting about it. As it kind of drifts in the wind here and there. You look up about midway towards the top, and you see little things stuck to it. And you see leaves sticking to it. You see a couple of bits of moss that have kind of stuck to it. And you watch as it blows against the side of the observatory, it kind of catches and hangs. And as the wind blows a little harder, it tears loose. It's very sticky, whatever it is.
The string is quite sticky. It's got a lot of stuff stuck to it. Maybe they use it to climb up and down. Somebody was sneaking in and out, looking for astrals when they weren't supposed to, or spying on somebody.
Is the ground not stone? Is there dirt, leaves, anything on the ground?
There's occasional spots. So where you're standing is you're on this large boardwalk.
That's right, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean there are some places like around the bases of the trees where they kind of meet, where the marsh is. There's some spots of mud that's kind of built up around the side. Mud, plants, and leaves.
Any type of, like, if you were to sweep your hand across the boardwalk, it would get any dust or stuff? Dirt?
Yeah, you can get some dirt and mud.
Well, I don't want anything that's, I want dust or, not clumpy mud.
No, you can take, there are a couple of, like, old leaves laying nearby. You get them, kind of crunch
it up, and then I'm going to toss it up towards that stream and
toss
see
it
how
up
well
towards
they
the
stick
stream.
to it.
As the wind kind of catches it, every bit of it that touches the string sticks to it immediately.
Tim?
David's spider stream. Don't you think?
Spider string? Let me take a look at it. I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
What is it?
I think I'm gonna take a look at it.
Make a nature check.
Okay.
I could try and climb it.
Tim, don't let her do that.
I'm not quite sure she can reach it.
Okay. 21.
21. So you take a look at it as it's kind of blowing. You climb down, you wander over to it, and you take your staff, kind of flip it upside down, and you kind of touch it to it, and it sticks a little bit. It takes you a second to tear it loose. It's pretty sticky.
Sticky.
Takes a little bit of strength to pull it loose. Yeah, it's probably spiderweb.
Spiderweb, okay.
Just a very, very large spiderweb.
Why is it always gotta be spiders?
Can I look around to see if I see any more spiders?
Would I...
With the checks that you guys have made, as you're looking around pretty heavily through here, it seems like it's just the one that you can see.
Would I know anything about spiders in this area? Like, is
They
it
did
common for them to be
he
down this far?
Told you on the way
Yeah.
here there are giant spiders, but they stay north. They
North,
usually don't
okay.
come to the town.
Okay. Interesting.
I ran out of food.
Shall we enter the observatory?
Sure.
Yes.
I've got one of their scents. One of them's real stinky. I can try and follow it.
I wonder if
Oh.
there's
Maybe
spiders
she
in the
smelled
top of
me.
the observatory.
Spiders
yours
in
is
the...
distinct.
Spiders in the observatory.
Slightly distinguished.
Maybe. Are we still in the tree? Can we climb down this tree?
I climbed down before she pulled that.
Yeah, as soon as you guys climb down, whatever.
Yeah, I wasn't taking any chances.
So, knock on the door, and you hear as someone from inside. Yeah, you can come on in.
Well, thank you kindly.
You open up the door, and inside, kind of towards the right-hand side of the room, you see a rather plump-looking bobcat, which is very, very unusual to see a predatory type creature amongst Oran folk. Usually they keep to their own clans, but he's there. Very plump. He looks like he don't miss too many meals. He's kind of, you see as he's in the corner, he's wearing the same guard's uniform that that Warren was wearing outside earlier. Hi there. Look, you seekers.
We be the seekers.
Well, that gave it
Right,
away.
right. I think Brevy's up top. I'll go get him for you.
Well, might we go up and get them?
No, no.
You
Nobody's
get many
about
spiders in these parts?
spiders. We see small spiders all the time.
Sure, north of town.
No, small spiders everywhere. They're all over the place. Oh, you mean like big spiders?
Oh, I mean like big spiders. Yeah.
No, I ain't never seen no big spiders. I've been serving this guard for about 5 years now. Never seen no big spiders this south of the Umbermire. No, says I.
Okay. Nah, no, Brevy. Yeah, Brevy.
Well, give me just a moment. I'll go get him for you. Kind of, you see as he stands up and he lets out this. As he stands up, and you see as his guts kind of hanging out from underneath his chainmail. And he grabs a sword from nearby and kind of puts it back in his scabbard and be right back. makes his way. You see as he enters, there's a stairway kind of behind this. There's a counter here towards the back of the room. It's a very small room. Wooden walls. There's not a lot to this first entryway. You see there's a counter toward the back, towards the left-hand side. There's a doorway that leads to another area beyond, and then there's a stairway to the right-hand side that just curls upwards towards the top of the tower. You do notice as you look about, there's a couple of maps that are framed on the wall, probably 3 or 4 of them in total, to the left and right-hand side. They're framed currently. And you watch the Bobcat makes its way up the stairs, and a little while later you hear the pitter-patter of steps coming down.
Are the stairs concealed, or are they like he can see us as he's going up the stairs?
I don't remember. Hang on. I didn't read that detail. Hang on.
I didn't like the
Because I want to do some snooping.
Yeah, me too.
They are not open. Actually, there is a ceiling. You cannot see them.
I'm snooping.
Yeah,
So you're going to snoop around a little bit?
yeah.
Any cabinets, cupboards?
Go ahead. You don't see any around you currently. Go ahead and make an investigation check, though, as you look around the room.
I'm bad at those. That's a 5.
I also want to investigate.
Okay.
Alright. 17.
17. So with a 5, you go over to the maps and you immediately start like kind of pulling them off to see if there's anything hidden behind these maps. You pull them off and then you send it back and you notice something as you're kind of looking at the maps. You see they're maps of different territories, most of them along the coast or further beyond, and each one has a chart plotted on it from Foggy Hollow. And these are secret maps. These are the maps the astronomer makes, but it's very rare that they would hang them up. And then you notice at the very bottom there is a dimension through via inches and then a weight next to it. And you gather this is probably some of their prize astrals that were found from this observatory. And they were indeed some large ones. There's one that was probably roughly the size of a watermelon and weighed about 20 pounds, 20 to 25 pounds. That's a pretty big astral.
Guys, we done come to the right observatory.
So,
Did you guys find
but with
anything?
the 17, as you wander around behind the counter and kind of shifting around, you see as he's checking behind the maps and stuff like that. You wander around behind. You do find underneath the cabinet, or underneath the counter, there is a series of shelves. You see a couple of towels. You see some ink wells, a few pens. You see some charcoal pencils, some quills. You notice there's quite a bit of parchment underneath here as well.
Cartography, I would recognize that.
Yeah, it's cartographer's equipment. You notice a compass, a few things like that. And off to the side, you notice there's a little satchel that's kind of opened up, and inside there's a couple of pastries. Looks like there's a lot of crumbs around it too. Make a sleight of hand check.
I think I have advantage on that.
You do have advantage on sleight of hand checks.
Yes. Alright, let's go.
Did we know that Sylvie did detect magic or not?
I did it earlier. It does last. Oh god, I
Yeah,
use that
10
spell
10
all
minutes.
the time. 10 minutes.
It would still be going right
Jesus.
now. And currently you're not picking up any magic down here. There is a little bit of abjuration magic coming from behind that doorway that leads into another room. And you're picking up divination magic coming from overhead, somewhere upstairs, yeah.
21.
21. All right, so kind of look over the counter, see what they're doing, and then you just take 3 of these pastries. They smell very good. They're a little cold. You take a bite out of it. It's covered in like powdered sugar. They're beignets, guys. They're beignets.
I'm gonna buy you guys.
Allergic to them though?
Start gobbling them up.
Only one. I take one. I just eat one
Keep
and
the
the
other
rest, yeah, other 2.
All right. Other than that,
Keep
it's
going.
a lot of cartographers' tools. It's probably enough cartographers' tools under here to make at least like 3 cartography kits. Like there's quite a bit of useful materials down here. About that point, you hear the pitter patter of footsteps coming down the stairs.
You got powder on your face. You got it.
Use my thumbs.
Show off.
You notice as there's this kind of like coming down the stairs and hopping at the bottom. There's a small possum. he looks like he's full grown, and kind of in his face, he's got like deep gray fur with a little bit of white around his nose, his big pink nose. He looks young, but not that young to be this small. As he kind of looks towards you. Oh, hi there. Bobby said you were coming.
Well, howdy.
Welcome to Foggy Hollow.
Bobby. Dang it, Bobby.
My name's Brevy.
The bobcat.
Yeah, Brevy.
You're
I'm
Seekers, right? Well, welcome to the observatory here in Foggy Hollow. What brings you here?
Does he seem nervous or shy?
Make an insight check.
17.
17? Shy.
Shy.
Kind of. You see as he wanders over to the counter, and he doesn't even like look all the way over. He grabs a stool and like slides it to him so he can step up on it. Kind of look over at you.
Where's Bobby during all this?
You don't see him currently, and then you hear the. So he kind of makes his way down the stairs and steps out. And I hate those stairs.
I want to step forward and like do like a big bow, and it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir.
Yours too. What can I help you all find?
All right, yeah,
More folk
let's cut to the chase. We're here for the Astrals.
with? Right.
Here to
Okay.
find Camilla said an astral went missing. Sorry, beignets. Went missing, and she wants us to go find it.
Yeah, I heard all that commotion. It's a really bad thing too. There's a little bit of, there's a lot of bit of the withering on its way here. It'll be here probably by noon tomorrow, and
By noon tomorrow.
yeah, if we don't find that astral, we're probably gonna be in a big mess. We're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
So you can help us.
Do you know of anyone nearby? We need to find an astral not just for you, but for us too.
I'm afraid I don't.
Well, one step at a time. So let's help them out, and then maybe we can see about ourselves.
That's the problem. There ain't no astral that's been seen. Sorry. I haven't seen any astrals out of this observatory in several months, actually.
Several months.
Several months. I know where some are, but it's quite a distance. But our astral needs to be found. It can't have gotten too far. Normally, we charge 10 gold pieces for a map here, but if you would be so willing as to help our town find our missing astral, I would gladly give you one for free.
Yes, for the town. We want to save these people here.
Well, and this town seems mighty fine. This town seems very great, and it seems very important to you guys that we find this astral. So maybe 2 maps.
You hear Bobby kind of. It's all right, I guess.
Now, Bobby. God damn it, Bobby!
So, Brevy kind of. Well, I mean, I do have 2 maps, but they lead to rather dangerous places. But they're yours if you can help the town find its astral. Free of charge.
You been up there all day, son?
Well, most of the day, yeah.
About 20 minutes ago, you hear anything?
Well, now that you mention it, I thought it was just, at first, the wind blowing against some of the branches. I did hear what sounded like scratching and creaking against the top of the tower for a few moments. And it was a little out of the ordinary, I guess, but, well, it didn't strike me as too unusual, I guess I should say. And then I heard all the commotion from outside not long after. So yes, I did hear something a little odd.
You didn't happen. You can go.
Go ahead. Did you see anything? Not just
No.
hear anything?
No, the telescope takes up most of the top of the tower, and the rest of it's in encased in the roof, so I didn't see what it was.
You wouldn't happen to know where Reggie and Roscoe hang out, do you?
Well, Reggie and Roscoe usually, I mean, sometimes they get drunk over at the Grumpy Stump, and that's kind of their usual hangout. There is an old shack, kind of to the north of town, not far from the Umbermire, from the mines, but.
Would you be so kindly as to point it out on this here map for us?
Sure, certainly. Kind of. Susie unfurls the map of Foggy Hollow and kind of circles. It's not far. There's a couple of boardwalks that connect it. It kind of goes towards the northern side of town. There's not a lot of homesteads that you can see mapped there. It seems like it's kind of off the beaten path a bit. You do see where there's a lot of docks and piers, though. Maybe it's where most of the fishermen tend to stay. You're not sure. I hope that can be of some assistance.
I think so, and I can always follow my nose.
So, sorry I couldn't be more help. Like I said, if you're able to find the astral, and if you're able to bring it back to us, then if you're able to bring it back to us, then I would be ever so thankful, and I would be glad to give you those maps.
You said that you hadn't seen any astrals in the last 2 months, right?
About probably 8 to 10, right?
And prior to that, was there any concentration in the area they came from?
Well, usually they landed off the coast. Most of our seekers sailed from the southern shores to come to us, and that's where they'd purchase maps, and they'd go out and dig them off the bottom of the ocean. There's some quite a bit of arcanists in the Southlands, so.
Well, now, Brevy, you're a gentleman and a scholar, and we are glad to make your acquaintance.
It's deeper south than that map
Oh,
goes.
really?
Yeah.
And you're doing such a great job at hiding your accent.
It's a little embarrassing. I went and studied in Twins Pass to become an astronomer, and spent a lot of time trying to get rid of it.
Well, I might take a page out of your book. Accents are hard.
But you just flowed through it so naturally.
I've been working on it for a very long time. I am an actor!
Oh, I could have guessed. It's been a long time since I've seen a thespian coming to these parts, and I mean, it's real exciting to see someone perform. It's real exciting to see a performer come here to Foggy Hollow again. Hopefully, maybe after this is all said and done, you can put on a show of some kind.
I'd be happy to.
The people of this town would surely love it.
Sounds like they might be mighty thankful and appreciative.
I like the way you think.
He said that he heard
Make
something,
me
right?
find money somewhere.
And they said that we can't go up.
Backstory.
We're up there now.
You're still on the bottom
Oh,
floor.
still-
You haven't
okay,
gone
okay.
uptown. Yeah.
But they said we can't go up there.
Right. You cannot go
Okay.
upstairs. It's off limits.
So he talked about somewhere that you mentioned about the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is it open?
Yeah, the roof is open. I mean, it's just up in the canopy of the trees.
Okay. Were y'all able to see the roof from where y'all were, or did y'all even
All I could see was
the string in the wall or the side of the building?
leaves and branches.
Leaves and branches. That's right. Yeah.
The roof was above our heads.
We can try and get the sticky string. Get up there.
If it helps, the sound sounded like it was coming from towards the front of the tower and headed towards the back.
Yeah.
Kind of to the north, where I showed you on the map. It sounded like it was headed that way. And, I mean, I could definitely hear the branches moving, but it didn't sound like wind.
Could you take us up there so we could, look out, get an idea of the surroundings? I mean, it's a...
Make a persuasion check.
Tim here was a soldier. Is a soldier.
Oh gosh, -2.
With advantage because she's aiding you.
That's 11 -2. And 11
And
minus
-2,
2.
yep.
So 9.
9.
I wish I could. I really do, but we're prohibited from letting anyone other than astronomers in the top of the tower or our guards.
No, I was a god.
10.
That's what she said. You were a soldier.
I don't.
He is a soldier.
I
You're
don't
not
know if
retired
you
yet, are you?
couldn't, make an exception for a group of seekers trying to aid your town so well.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, Schwartz.
DC went up.
16.
16? Didn't go up that much. So, kind of, well, if you really were a town guard and you looked the part, I guess I could let you up. I'll take 2 of you up. Only 2 of you, though. Just to look around, see what you see. There's not much to be able to see, but the rest of you have to stay here with Bobby.
I'm pretty good at seeing. He's checking to see if he's good at seeing.
Looking around's not so bad. Looking up close, not very good.
Yeah, looking up close is real trash for me. But I can guide myself or somebody else.
Yeah.
So,
Oh wait, no, I'm actually good at looking around. Looking up close, I'm not so good at. That's this one.
Yes.
okay. So,
So I can go.
so who's it gonna be?
Doesn't matter to me.
I'm okay with staying down here.
All right, I'll take the 2 of you up. Bobby will stay here with the 2 of you. Kind of. You turn around, you see Bobby. He's over there. He's just like, sorry, somebody say something.
God damn it, Bobby!
So, 2 of you make your way up with Brevi. He leads you up. There's this spiraling staircase that leads as you kind of ascend over the ceiling that covers up the lower half, the lower portion of the observatory. It does open up into this spiraling staircase that kind of you can see the stone walls around you, and it kind of guides you all the way up to the top where there's a trap door that's already flung open. As you step in, it does appear to be it's an interesting room. It's not very grandiose. Towards the east, kind of pointing out towards the east, there's a large opening, a large slot in the tower itself with a rather large telescope or spyglass. It's very interestingly made. It looks a little cheap compared to what you were expecting, like the metal's a little bit cheaper. It's a little rusted in some spots, but still impressive considering how large it is. And as you look around the room, there's a couple of desks. You see a lot of books. You see large scrolls of parchment, charcoal pencils. You see a what appears to be an easel with a piece of parchment with a map already currently drawn on it. As he kind of looks over to you, and the only way to really see is out the crack there between the telescope and the ceiling, but
There's no
can take a look.
doors or anything here that we can't open.
there's a couple of, you do notice there's a couple of slotted, like slit windows here and there. There's probably 3 of them total that you could take a look out. So, what are you looking for exactly?
I want to look specifically for if anyone has strewn anything around, or if anything seems out of place, or if somebody...
Like in the room?
Yes.
Okay, make an investigation check. Or make a perception check if you're looking for stuff that's just littered about.
Okay. Can I guide myself?
You may.
Alright. Brevi, do you know why the astrals would have stopped falling?
You kind of... Well, astrals don't stop falling. It's just that we haven't seen any here in some time. It's very rare that we spot them as is. Not quite this rare, mind you, but it's usually once every couple of months that we see one out of this particular observatory. Others tend to have more luck in the major parts of the country. But we do hold the records for having the 4 largest astrals ever found in Orin off of our very coast.
Less but bigger.
What was your perception?
13.
13? Everything's pretty clean. There's a couple of books that look like they're out of place that are just kind of shifted around. You don't know if it's because he's just been using them while he's been working. They're off the shelf and kind of scattered on the desks, but nothing on the floor. It's pretty clean up here.
Can I see if I get the scent of either of those two? That
With a 13, kind of.
I get advantage on scent.
Yeah, make it with advantage. What are you looking for, Bag?
I'm gonna look out the north and see if there's any like trails or anything like that.
Make a perception check.
13.
13. You do catch like a brief whiff of it at first, but it smells like it just wafted in, like just a very faint thing. 18. As you approach the northern window and kind of look out, you're seeing mostly above the pit canopy. The top of the tower extends higher than the treetops. And something does catch your attention with an 18. You see, shifting north along the there's a path in the branches that shifts from the observatory into the top of the trees. You see his branches are snapped and twisted and gnarled and turned to the left and to the right, clearing this path. And dangling in a trail, a lot more of those spider's threads. You see as they travel to the north about 250 feet and then stops there.
Zoe, check this. I think we found him.
But why the spiders?
That's a good point. Grubby, y'all ever had big spiders in town before? Trouble with them at all?
Not since I've been here, no. Hear stories of them north of the Umbermire. They stay in some old ruins there.
Do you know if the spiders can be trained?
Well, I don't see why not, I guess. Never heard of it.
Would a spider need an astral? Know that it could use an astral?
I wouldn't think so.
I don't think they could use the astral, but would we know if the spiders are affected by the withering?
You're not sure. Make a nature check. See.
13.
13 and 10. There are some creatures in the world that are not affected as much by the withering, whether it be because they burrow deep beneath the earth or they settle underneath in the water like belly crawlers do. You're not sure. You would imagine that it would have some kind of impact on them, but you're not entirely certain.
I was thinking if they're not affected by the withering, then maybe they took away the astral so that they can take over the town and eat the people.
That's a really dark conclusion. I really hope that ain't the case. I hope that.
Remy!
Remy immediately starts panicking.
It's okay, child. We found them. We will get them.
Okay.
Can I reach my staff out any crack and try to wrap up that thread that was dangling?
Yeah. So as you kind of reach down, you manage to scoop a little spindle of it up. It's quite a bit of it here. There's that one little thread on the front side. There's quite a bit of threads through these trees. It seems like there's this path of webbing all the way that travels from the observatory to the north.
Does it have a scent?
As you stick your nose out here, that 13-inch-old earlier, this is where it was wafting from. You can hear it, smell it's still lingering in the air a little bit. And as you look, about midway through, as you kind of follow your nose and it points you in a specific direction, about 50 feet along that canopy, stuck in some of the webbing, you see a boot. And that's where we're going to take a quick break.
The dangling shoes.
So, we're going to take a quick break. Thank you guys for watching.
Power
Hope you're enjoying it, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes! Mystery!
It's in the power line, the shoes.
as the four of you, the two of you, you brought up a good note. Good what? What was that?
Good point.
What
man.
happened? A good noise.
Annoying.
I was gonna say note and point at the same time, kind of annoying. So you brought up a good point earlier when you were asking about your detect magic. The divination magic seems to be coming off of the telescope itself.
Oh.
There is, like, towards the very base of it, where the eyeglasses, where you actually peer out of the viewport, there is a bit of divination magic coming off of it. And you notice there's an interesting looking iron ring around it that has a lot of notches in it, and it seems to be, underneath it, there's this bit of brass, and it's almost like some kind of adjustment that can be made, and it's giving off a divination magic.
Ruby, I noticed a compass downstairs.
Uh-huh.
Do you think I could rent that? And you could show me how it works.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm real nice. 9.
I mean, I would, but it's the only one I have, and I kind of need it for my work.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's okay. I was just hoping maybe if we were looking for the astral, it'd be a way we couldn't get lost. That's what they're used for, right? Is to help you from getting lost.
Sort of. I mean, in a way.
Could I maybe put it on retainer, give you some money for it, and then when we get back, I can give it back to you? If you haven't seen the astrals in a while, then you really don't need it right now.
They're really expensive.
How much?
I could loan it to you for, I mean, probably 20 gold pieces.
I don't have that much money, Brady. Not gonna lie to you.
Like I said, it's an expensive piece of equipment.
Does it seem like he's lying to me?
Make an inside check.
That did well for me. Come on. 14.
Doesn't seem like he's lying.
That's okay. Maybe next time. Thanks, though.
If you follow the map, I guarantee you it'll lead you to the right spot.
Yeah, you scared of getting lost?
Where'd you come from?
Where are we?
Two of you are still downstairs.
I thought that came downstairs.
Say about this.
Where are we?
About this.
I thought for sure that.
She is your grandmother.
So about this point, you would.
What was in those beignets?
Two
Yeah.
of you make it back downstairs with Brevi leading you.
Is Bobby asleep again?
As you kind of look over, he's not asleep, but he's dozing. He's dozing real hard.
Breaking that neck.
I'm gonna go
Oh my God, Bobby, what's that?
Oh,
and
whoa.
like really scare him away.
Before they came down, before he yelled all this stuff. Okay, I would have wanted to check out that side room, see what's in there.
Okay. So as he goes to do this, you just stop him from it for a moment.
Hey, bags.
Message. Sorry.
What's going on?
Got to check out this side room.
Okay. So just so you know, you're still upstairs then. They haven't come down. You're with Tim.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
with Tim.
so
yeah,
this is before you guys have come down.
Yeah, it was me and Tim.
Okay, gotcha.
Me and Tim.
So you wander over to the side room. Take a look. Door's locked. Yeah.
Yeah. I turn around. Yep, don't have any thieves tools. Yep.
I'm proficient in them, but I don't have them. Is that what it was? I broke yours?
Yep.
Yep.
It's okay.
Not
Nobody.
quite as proficient as we once.
Anybody know mending?
So
What if I went and tried to improvise some
Yeah, I think I could too.
stuff?
It's okay, Tim. We just got here. I don't
Okay.
want to get kicked out.
So now you may do the thing as you step down. Oh my God, Bobby, what's that? Make an intimidation check.
Did you see something?
Not a performance. Hey,
Hey.
21.
21. Bobby's eyes shoot up, and you guys did not think this big cat can move that fast. He's on you in a split second
Oh.
with a blade drawn, and his eyes are a little droopy, like it's just flash of just gray fur and this jangling of metal as he looks around. Why'd you go and scare me like that? That wasn't very funny at all. Jesus. Oh, God, I'm not supposed to be moving like that anymore. And he watches, he wanders over and sits back down. Don't you go doing that again.
I'm sorry, Bobby.
It's
I
not,
thought it was
it's not,
funny.
it wasn't funny at all. Damn it, man.
Sylvie laughed.
I just didn't think
Tucks
you
his
could
sword
move that
back
fast.
away.
It's pretty big.
Either.
You
And
know, if
Brevy
he lost
kinda-
that little
Brevy
leg,
looks
he
and
could
says-
probably move faster.
Yeah, he's pretty quick for a big guy.
Does his doctor have him on a diet regimen?
Doctor? No.
Does the town have doctors?
Well, we've got a medicine man, yeah. It's kind of a doctor, I guess.
You know, his back wouldn't hurt him as bad if he didn't have all that weight on it.
Probably right. But he does like his beignets.
Well, he can eat his beignets and also work out too.
I start making my way towards the stealthily
Towards the what?
towards the door. I start making my way towards the exit stealthily.
Make a stealth check.
Okay,
Stab
cool.
for some beignets.
Cool. Nah, not in this lifetime. That's it. Oh, okay. Do I have anything for stealth? No, that's only on. Is it dim in here?
It actually is. It is dim light. It's just a couple of candles lighting, and that's it.
Advantage. Okay, much better. That's an 18.
You guys turn around, and Wiley's just gone.
Why
You hear the door just kind of shut. Wiley's gone. You hear Bobby kind of. Well, he sure left in a hurry.
You scared him.
Who, him? No,
I think so.
I ain't scared of nobody.
He's scared of his own shadow, honestly.
I am the shadow.
He comes back in.
So, what do you guys like to do from this point?
I guess we could show them the booth. Where the boot is.
Yeah.
Show these guys,
Yeah.
not Brevy and Bobby.
So, you make your way out of the tower and kind of walk along the boardwalk up to where you saw it. And sure enough, as you travel about 50 feet, there is, like, the boardwalk kind of wraps around the observatory and then extends to the north towards the shacks. Actually, it's towards the area that you were told they hang out at, where you saw earlier. There's a lot of, like, fishermen's shacks and piers and things like that, where Brevy pointed it on your map. As you make your way about 50 feet north along the boardwalk, you look up, and sure enough, hanging in from the canopy, there's a boot stuck to some spider webs. It's just kind of hanging there.
How far is it?
About 50 feet from the observatory along the boardwalk, just up above your head.
How far up?
Probably 25 feet up in the canopy.
Can I use Thorn Whip and try and grab that boot?
What's your reach on Thorn Whip?
30 feet.
30 feet? Yeah. Make an attack roll.
Attack roll!
Attack!
12.
12? 12's enough.
Yeah.
You extend your hand, and a vine kind of whips out of the boardwalk, kind of protruding from underneath your feet, reaches up, grabs it, and brings it back to you. And as it doesn't even have, like, before it even hits your hand, you start gagging a little bit. That's definitely one of their boots.
That's one of their boots. I found one of their boots. It's
I self-consciously hide my whip.
Sniff it.
I don't really want to, but
You need to get the scent.
okay.
Make a
Shit.
survival check.
She actually did it, too.
Oh no!
She
Or
actually-
actually, I'm sorry, perception check using smell.
Can I guide myself?
Yeah, you may.
Pray your nose doesn't fall off.
Yeah. 17 plus 4, 21.
21. So with a 21, you
Entail that boot.
you pull it away, but sure enough, you catch
in the
it.
mouth.
You catch the foot that was in this boot.
The whole
Catch a
foot.
whiff of it. It's coming from somewhere up ahead of you.
Not too much further up.
They're close?
Yeah,
So
real close.
Real close.
We'll look for any spiders.
all right, so make a perception check as you travel up ahead, following Sylvie's nose.
I want to move stealthily.
Okay,
I want to stealth.
make a stealth check.
Do we have noticed any stores, any type of merchants or anything in going where we're going?
Not where you're heading.
Okay.
No, you don't see any.
What time of day is this
I think they
now?
mentioned an apothecary.
What time of day it is? It's roughly noonish. It's like getting close to midday. You guys arrived to Jerry's Ferry about probably 9ish in the morning, 9 or 10 in the morning. So it's probably midday. It's not terribly late. You guys got to the edge of the marsh pretty quickly. So
And is it even the least bit dim under this canopy and in this marsh, or is it just bright like regular?
It's dim as far as there's a lot of shade,
Okay.
but it's not dark. I mean, the fog and the shade, the fog from all the marsh surrounding you, plus the canopy, it's dim, but it's not considered dim light. It's
Okay,
just
we
shaded.
look out of ordinary to have a torch at this point going.
No, it wouldn't,
Okay.
wouldn't be out of the order. You actually see there's a couple lanterns lit along the boardwalk here and there.
I'd like to light a
Quite a
torch
few, actually.
as we're going along.
Okay, what's your perception check?
21.
21. Okay.
18
I can
on
do that
stealth.
too if it'll help us see better.
So,
Really want to make sure this is part of this.
18.
We can burn them.
18 on
18
stealth.
stealth?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you shift along, you don't notice any spiders as you walk. You see the webs dangling here and there, but you don't see any spiders per se. But shifting along, Wiley, you kind of dip into kind of off to the side of the boardwalk. You hop down into the mud and start kind of start walking from tree to tree, keeping your party in your sight. The boardwalk itself is about probably 3 feet off the water, off the mud, so it's not hard for you to just pull yourself back up. You shift along, and up ahead, as you follow that trail, following your nose, it leads to this shack. There is a single dock off to the left-hand side with a boat kind of tied, just steadily knocking against the wooden pier. There's a couple of crates and barrels between the boat and the shack itself, kind of sitting on the dock here, and it appears to be the windows are a little fogged over. Currently, it's kind of hard to see inside. It's a little dark, but this is where those webs ended. As you look up, this is where in the canopy they stop. It is right above this shack.
Is there a chimney?
As you take a look, there is a chimney, indeed. The shack itself is probably 10 by 20 feet. It's a very small little fishing shack. See a lot of nets and tackle and gear kind of leaned up against the wall to the side.
Could I have, before we got close to the shack, be ritual casting detect magic?
Not if you're using your nose to follow.
Okay.
Yeah, you would. So, but your nose led you here. This
Okay.
is where the smell is coming from. Somewhere in this area.
There's somewhere nearby here. Do you want to go inside the shack? Look around it.
I think they're in there.
You okay, Wiley?
Do they even see me?
They don't. You guys don't know where Wiley went. You saw as he dug down off the side of the pier and he vanished.
The spiders get him.
I want to point that way and be like, message. Why are you there?
Yeah. Look up.
Holy shit. You see as there's just two eyes staring at you from the canopy of the trees. It's kind of
Where'd you go?
What can you see? What can I see?
from up here. Make a perception check.
Alright, let's see.
Look up.
Well,
With advantage. With advantage.
20.
Natural 20? I was going to say with advantage because you have a bird's eye view. But
You don't need
natural 20.
Yes.
so as you kind of climb a little higher in the trees here, you kind of get over the little hut. You kind of look down. You can definitely see a couple of spider's threads dangling just above the chimney here. The chimney itself is the opening pretty decently sized, even big enough for you to fit down, most likely.
Okay.
But something catches your attention. Kind of to the left-hand side with this of the shack, where that dock is, where it connects, where the barrels and the crates are, you see a little tail kind of drifting off to the left-hand side, just sticking out from behind the barrels.
A tail? Alright.
Looks like a long tail, like a rodent's tail.
Does the is this where the canopy ends, or does it continue?
It kind of ends here. It kind of branches off from side to side, but the water begins to the left-hand side. So this is as close as you can get to the.
How far away is the shack from the top of the canopy? Can I jump
top of the canopy?
across?
Yeah, you can get to it
Okay.
easily.
Okay.
You can still respond with message too, because I asked what can you see.
Oh, you asked for yeah. Okay, I explain, and I say, don't approach, and I want to jump across onto the roof.
All right. So you easily enough with that vantage point, you jump to the top of the roof.
And
Make a
see.
stealth check for me.
All right. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
I am.
You
The
hit
shadows.
the top of the roof, the thatched, it's an old thatched roof, and you find the softest point. Just kind of stick your paws in, and kind of hit. And nothing. It's just completely silent. And you carefully creep across. Where are you headed to?
I want to try to see if I can get a vantage point on the figure behind the barrel.
So as you kind of shift around to the back and you look over, you see tucked behind the barrels a dead muskrat. He looks full grown. He's wearing this like tattered tunic with little pants, and he's got a broken fishing rod in his right hand, and he's just kind of leaned up against the barrels. It looks like he's been tucked away here.
That's odd.
Did I see him jump onto the roof?
Yeah, you can see him now. He's up on the roof. You guys can see as he disappears back to the backside of the shack.
Message.
What do you see?
There's a dead rat behind it. Somebody tucked it away. Yeah, eek.
What's this shack on as far as footings and stuff?
It's sitting up on the. It's kind of
It is on the
post
platform?
Yeah. So part
Okay.
of it, the front half of it is connected to the boardwalk, and the back half sits up on posts above the
Okay,
water.
so it's okay.
Yeah.
All above water. Okay.
Yep.
We're gonna go check its body.
Don't approach. I want to look down the chimney.
Are you sure?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Hey, Beck.
Of course.
Do I
As
have
soon
a
as
few
I
minutes?
use this.
Yes.
What we got? We went from 2 natural 20s to.
Yeah, as soon as I use this dice instead of the metal die. So that's a 9. 9.
You look down the chimney, and it's dark. It's very dark. You can see the fireplace at the bottom. Still a couple of burnt up pieces of wood in it.
But it's not smoking.
It's not smoking.
Yeah.
Just ash, charcoal. That's all you see.
Okay. I don't see anything else around, just the body of the
A
rat.
couple of webs dangling from the side of the chimney. That's it.
Okay. I circle back towards the front so I can see them.
Okay.
Whoa. Hey. Oh, okay.
Message. What the fuck are you saying?
Look in the windows. Do you see anything?
He wants us to go look in the windows.
Oh, I thought you said don't approach.
Anybody sneaky?
He's sending mixed signals. I don't know.
I'm kind of sneaky.
I'm kind of sneaky. It's heavily wooded, right?
No.
It's made of wood.
It's not a forest. It's town.
It's a shack.
Nice
Hold
try.
on, Kevin.
I gave you the opportunity to change your walker
Shut
type.
up. I know.
I even suggested water walker.
I'm still kind of sneaky.
Mud walker.
You try?
I'm not sneaky, but I don't really care.
I don't really
anyhow.
care. Just walk over.
No, I said,
I can help you.
telling him
I
that.
can help you be more sneaky.
I
Probably want to help.
sneak up to the window.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Okay.
Can you help me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you tap him on the shoulder. Guidance washes over you.
Ooh, I feel so good.
My stealth is better than yours.
Oh. Well, I needed that too.
What is it?
13.
13? Okay. So you
12. I feel like that matters.
So you carefully shift across the boardwalk. A couple of planks kind of creak under your feet, but you shift to kind of find the braces underneath the boardwalk to kind of mask that creaking sound and shift over to the window, to the nearest window. You kind of peer inside, make a perception check as you look inside. It's very foggy. It's kind of hard to see through the window.
16.
16. So as you're looking inside, you manage to find a spot in the corner and just kind of rub some of the fog off as best you can. You kind of look inside. You get a little bit of a view. It appears to be a small home. You see a little bed to the left-hand side that's small, way too small for you all, but probably about the size of a small, big enough for a small Orn folk. Kind of shifted to the left-hand side. There's a little kitchenette just to the right of it, a small wash tub. You see quite a bit of fishing equipment, nets kind of lining the walls to the right-hand side towards the hearth. A few bits of firewood stacked in the hearth as well. And as you look down, you notice just beneath the windowsill, there appears to be, it looks like, you can't tell, but it's like white sleeping bags or something, like white cloths or something, bundled up here just at the base of the windowsill.
I messaged Sylvie. They're here. They're wrapped up. I don't know if they're dead or not.
Can you get to them?
No, without going inside.
Oh. We should probably try and save them, right?
I think so.
Okay. Can you message Wiley? Are you still up top?
Yeah, he's still up top.
Tell him to come down so we can all go inside.
Message. We're going in.
You're going in?
Come on.
Found the twins.
Hey, what about the rat outside? Y'all don't
Probably
want
his house.
to check him first?
I don't know.
Alright.
I messaged
Just
Tim.
putting the fishing gear together.
I messaged Tim. Go check the rat. He's behind the barrels.
Is it a big rat?
It's a dead rat. A muskrat. It's a
Dead, okay, dead rat. All right, I'll make my way over.
Alright, so you shift kind of along the dock, kind of keeping a decent distance between you and the shack. You walk around behind those crates and barrels back here behind this, and sure enough, there is a muskrat in his little fisherman's outfit just slumped up against the barrel.
Sorry, I blinked. Can I get that again? That was good.
And he's dead, huh?
You go make a medicine check.
He's dead!
Are you dead?
Why are you sleeping?
12. With a 12, you shake him up a little bit, and he just kind of. You see, there's a little bit of drool that kind of comes off his mouth. He's not. He seems dead. I mean, he's not moving. He's not waking.
Dead, like bloody and.
It's with the 12, kind of looking over him. You do notice as his head kind of flops to the side, there appear to be 2 puncture wounds on the back of his shoulder, like right where his neck meets his shoulder.
Message. What do you see?
A dead muskrat. He's got fang marks on the back of his neck. Something did it. Did his pockets jingle anything on him other than fishing gear?
Yeah, I looked from the roof.
Rob that son of a bitch.
So, as you shake him up a little bit, there is like a little bit of like a coming from his right pocket.
Grab stuff out of his pocket.
Just reach in and grab it.
Yeah, I guess I did. Friggin', he has trap pockets.
You're gonna take 2 points of piercing damage as you reach in and you get a handful of hooks immediately.
Oh,
And just like, as you go to pull, it's all of his spare treble hooks.
Good
As you
play,
just
good
reach
play.
in and grab,
Yeah.
it's all his spare treble hooks and his lead.
Rockets.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
Yes.
So you watch Timmy just reaches into his pockets as you're goading him on.
Yeah.
And he grabs something and he just holds it up to you. And he looks down and there's this immediate panic in his face as he opens it. And there's all these hooks just stuck and hanging from his skin.
All right, then I'll look around to see if there's any signs of any other muskrats or any other creatures in that area.
Make an investigation check.
That's a 9, I feel sure. It's a 10 minus.
Pick that up from Nate.
1, yeah.
Legan.
Oh.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
it's dead
Fish
muskrat.
scales.
It's a
Fish
dead
scales.
muskrat.
Okay.
Yeah. dead muskrat.
Okay. And I'll make my way back over.
Plucking the hooks
No,
out as you
I'll
go.
hold on to the hooks and stick them in my backpack as I'm getting rid of them.
Do you think you could add those to your weapon and make it more dangerous?
I'm just gonna keep them in my pocket. Yeah, that's like how it took me. Maybe you could. Do you know how to do that?
Nope.
Okay.
Figured you might, though. McPew or MacGyver?
I like that. I'm gonna try to make something out of this.
All right. So, what are you guys gonna do?
Sneak inside, I guess.
When you went and looked down the chimney.
I'm still up on the roof.
Oh, I
We
can't
told
talk
your
to
ass
you
to go
either.
down.
Yeah. I ain't coming
But
out.
I ain't coming.
Is he still looking at me as I had my
Yeah.
fish hook?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. You know, point to my torch.
You're gonna toss the torch. You're gonna toss a lit torch on top of a thatched roof.
Yeah,
Looks like he wants it.
I like this.
I got it.
Make a. All right.
Wait, I see this happening. Do I see this happening? I message him. I say, "Don't fucking give me that." And Mage Hand goes out, and then Mage Hand takes it up to the raccoon on the roof.
Forgot
So
to
just as he's about to throw it, you see is like Wiley's getting ready, and Tim's just about to just chunk this lit torch onto a thatched roof.
That's the worst thing.
I really need to do background checks on people.
So Mage Hand carries the torch up to Wiley. You take it.
I take it.
Message. What's up?
I'm going down the chimney.
Perfect.
Sylvie, come on.
Okay.
Come on, Big Pew, let's do this.
Does the boardwalk go around, or is it just?
It just goes around to the left-hand side where those crates and barrels are, and then it just continues to the front of the house. There doesn't seem to be another way to go around the right-hand side of the shack. So, you guys are going to the front door. You're going down the chimney.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Where was the window?
To the right-hand side of the door.
Oh, to the right hand side. We're not around the side.
That's where we're all meeting. Is crouched under the window.
Am I getting a general direction for the smell?
Sounds like it's coming from inside the shack.
From inside? Okay.
Once they get over.
The bodies are right there.
Oh.
You can see them in the window.
Oh.
And then I message.
Are you gonna toss the torch down the chimney?
If it comes down to it.
I think you should, and we can look in the window and
Oh
see.
no, I'm not tossing it up in front. I'm going down with it.
Okay. I trust you.
I don't.
Thanks for being the bait.
Wait.
Bait.
You remember when
cuts
you
off.
jumped into the bushes?
Yeah.
That worked out great.
So you're just gonna jump. You're jumping down the chimney.
Yeah.
All right.
Trying to.
Yep. Well, with your climbing
You're gonna
speed,
Grinch it?
it is
Yeah.
climbable with the stone.
Yeah, yeah.
The stone of the chimney, like it's.
Oh yeah, I got
pretty big.
climbing speed.
Yeah, so you're able to like kind of dig. You put the torch in your hand, in one paw, and you have the other one just kind of like shifting, shimmying down. As you get to the bottom and kind of make a stealth check for me.
I'd like to be watching in the window for this.
Yeah. All right.
And do I get advantage on this one? Because it's dim or dark.
This will be disadvantage actually because you have a torch.
I wanted you to drop it, but I
That
couldn't
is-
message you.
Okay, disadvantage. That's spicy. That's spicy. We're not using you.
How bad is it?
Yeah, that's real bad. That's a 6.
6.
Yeah, I love that.
So-
6.
Watching from the window.
Haste
Still
into
foggy. It
glass.
keeps fogging up. You keep having to like rub the glass a little bit, and you see it after a few seconds. The glow kind of emanating from the fireplace at the bottom. Wiley, you get close to the bottom, and then you hit like a kind of a cracked piece of stone, and you go skittering kind of down. You watch as you're looking through the window. You see the ash just kind of out of the bottom of the fireplace. There's a bit of a orange glow from within it. As you sit for a second, you're waiting on the ash to settle, and you just kind of wait. You take a step forward and begin to look around, and you hear from over you hear this.
I'm not coming out of the fireplace. I'm not coming out of the fireplace.
Can I see anything?
As the ash begins to settle, you're in the fireplace. You hear something skittering down the side of the chimney. The ash begins to settle. You see a form coming from the rafters up top. This massive spider, as big as you and Sylvie combined, crawling down the side of the chimney in Wiley's direction.
Can it see me?
You don't know.
Okay.
You just hear it approaching.
You know, I've never been a part of a break and entering before.
This one's not too good.
Oh, it's not. Oh,
This
it's
one's
not. It's not going well.
I think it's gonna be a breaking and running.
I'm waiting.
What happened to Wiley?
I'm gonna message him. Climb the fuck out of there.
Come in here. He's distracted.
What are you saying to him?
That's a good point.
Tell him to leave the torch and climb out.
I'm not going anywhere.
You whisper back. The skittering. It quickly lunges. You watch as it drops in front of you. This massive spider looking right at you. I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
I want to cast minor illusion. Fuck.
We're outside.
Okay, that's good.
That's real good. Jeez. You're on your own, Wiley.
Yeah. Good luck. We'll be watching.
Saint
got
Wiley
it.
went down the chimney.
Yeah. You got it.
Frog bastard. What is this?
Oh.
We fought a... where
Frog
is he?
bastard.
Yeah, I was looking for them. There he is. He's hiding behind there. Frog Hemoth.
Oh, yeah.
And like
Frog
we called it a
Hemoth.
frog bastard because we fought it in Curse of Strahd. And she almost died.
Damn. You're SYLVIE.
Let's move this map.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Let's see. Alright. Would you mind turning the battle game on?
Oh, yeah, sure. Completely black there. Yes, sure.
Where is my full screen?
How could I forget? Turn that light up.
Are you okay if I call it a spider?
Spider.
And I think you have this, right?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. Let me find all my giant spiders. I don't know where they're at. I think some of them.
There's one
Them?
right here.
One there.
Them?
I said, what?
More than one?
I mean, I thought it was a small shack. I mean, how many can you fit in a small shack?
7 giant spiders.
There's one.
I got another one here. I need one more. Alright. So, since this is not exactly the map I wanted, it's not going to have the interior design,
Okay.
but you'll get the idea of the layout. Alright, need robots minutes. My little hook. Nice. Mr. McPew out here. Mr. McPew. Look in the window. And we got Wiley inside, still crouched.
Spider bait.
Wow.
Spider
You
bait.
don't have to worry about him getting cooked. He's already in the fireplace, ready for dinner.
Okay.
It's not the way it's supposed to
Is that a heated jacket?
Yeah.
be. Oh.
He said he got it. He said now he wants
All right.
to
It's not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Should get my 13. Or wait, he hasn't asked
No,
me.
he hasn't done it yet.
25 and 20.
21.
21. Nice. So bag on the top. 20 to 15. 15 to 10.
I got 13.
11.
Okay. This is going back. And Sylvie. And the giant
well.
spiders.
Oh.
Spiders.
There's only one on the flag, man. There's only one. Sorry.
Well,
You can't find the other one?
I can't find the other one. No, I want somewhere around here. This accent is hard to stick. It's problem.
It's
Problematic. Where's my third spider? There he is.
And I'm just gonna grab one of those.
Face up.
He's a bumpkin.
Is anybody in the chat on yours? I don't see anything.
Let's see. Probably not. I think Zach dropped one thing.
All right.
Oh, there you are. Is you?
That's me.
Is you?
So we got Bag, then Sylvie, then the giant spiders, then we got Tim. Wiley, what you got, buddy?
5.
That's tough.
5 to stay alive.
That's tough. All right, top of the round, Bag, what you got?
I am going to use my. Let me see. Bonus action to cast Minor Illusion in front of the fireplace.
Okay.
To hide my compatriot.
All right.
I'm going to use my action to bust out the window.
All right, so you're going to use the your quick-witted?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you quickly, with a quick flourish, you cover the spider that's right in front of you, Wiley. All of a sudden, there's this veil that's cast in front of you. The spider immediately, as it's going to lunge at you, it... So, what's your action going to be?
Bust out the window.
All right, so you're just going to attack the window, bust the window open.
Break
All right.
that fucking window.
All right, so you just make an attack roll for me then.
Break the window.
I will use. I guess I'll use my short sword. No, I'll use my staff. 20.
20?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Oh. 2.
2. That's all it takes.
Oh, wait. I can re-roll that. No, it's not a finesse.
It's not dex based. Yep, not finesse. Doesn't matter. That's all it's going to take to bust out glass with a staff. I mean, you literally just have a big wooden staff and you just crash through the window. You hit it, you open up, you bust it open, and as you do, you hear this. And you can see now as the window busts out, in the top of the rafters, you see 2 more spiders kind of shifting around as they're all getting dropped from the roof, from the ceiling, from their spinnerets. The one that's on him, and then 2 others. And at the base of the window, there are 2 rather large individuals, one a little more portly than the other, wrapped up in webs. You can't tell who they are. They're just completely wrapped up like mummies.
I can't use my movement to like grab them, can I?
No. You use your action to break that. Bonus action to do that. Unfortunately, you cannot. Yeah, you'd have to make a grapple check to grab somebody. So you got movement.
Are there 5 spiders or 3?
3.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought there were 2
one came
more.
down,
There's 2
and
other,
then
yeah.
the 2 other ones.
There's 3.
I guess my movement.
It's like, oh god, we're gonna die.
I'll step back.
All right, you gonna step back?
Just like a couple feet, yeah.
All right. Sylvie.
Do we want to fight these things or just rescue them?
Okay, bonus action. Shillelagh.
Bonus action, shillelagh.
Yeah, and then I'll run up to the one right in front of me, and I guess I'll.
All right. So how are you gonna? There's a door, or are you gonna go through the window?
Is the door open?
You guys haven't checked it yet. You want to check it? You
Yeah.
can do it with your movement.
Yeah.
Probably trapped.
Open. It's completely
Hey!
unlocked.
There we go.
So you just.
Sylvia would.
So back, you bust out the window, and then as you're backing away from the window, and you're like, everyone, you point towards it. Sylvia just walks through the front door.
And she did it again! Just like the bushes. Just walking around.
Just walks in.
So you shift into the one that just dropped out of the ceiling here.
Yes.
Make an attack.
Okay, let's go. 12.
12 does not hit.
Yeah.
As you take your staff and you rush forward and you smack it, you hit it, you feel like you make pretty good impact, but it's just not enough to break through. It's got kind of this thick, hairy carapace on top of it.
That's unfortunate. That's it.
Oh, you got it. It is now the giant spider's turn. As it's going to turn towards you and just kind of raise up on its back legs, and it's going to lunge out at you and attack. That is a. That's not going to do it. That's a natural 2. So that's going to be. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So it misses.
Thank goodness.
The second one is going to kind of climb down, and it's going to turn towards you and immediately just fire this webbing out of its spinnerets. It just kind of turns around, and there's this sound. It's going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh god, yeah.
Shit on her.
The webbing kind of just covers you. It coats over your body and sticks you to the floor. You are restrained
Uh-oh.
as it wraps you up.
I'm stuck again.
The last one
Oh god.
is going to try to. The last one is going to be investigating this illusion that just popped up because all of a sudden its prey just vanished.
It's not smart. It's not smart.
That's going to be. It's not smart.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 7.
What does that go against again?
It's your spell DC,
Spell
so it's a 7.
DC.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
not succeed. As Wiley, as you're sitting here behind this, you see as the creature's trying to, take a look, trying to figure out what happened to you, where you went. You see as it kind of feels its legs forward and it shifts through the illusion, but it still does not see you. All right. It still hasn't figured out that it's just an illusion. So that's going to end the giant spider's turn. Tim.
Tim.
Is there room? Can I even get in?
Yeah, you can get him.
Okay. I don't know if I can make it through the doorway.
You can move through an allied creature space.
Okay.
You shift forward.
And then whichever one spun the web on Sylvie, I want to.
The one to
attack.
your, yeah. All right, so 1 to your left to Tim's right. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Do you want to get here then?
If I can, yeah. I didn't know,
That'll
I didn't know
that'll
which
keep you 10
room and
feet
what's.
from it.
Yeah. 9.
9 total.
Yes.
Just babies.
Woof. Yeah, you guys still have like +5 and +6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, these are
plus
low.
4.
These are low
You're
rolls.
+4. He is not. So, yours is a +4 too?
Yeah.
Mine's a
Size.
plus
Oh, that's
4.
right. Yeah.
3 and 4.
Yeah, we're just babies.
How
This
did we-
spell
you got a high plus to hit though.
Both of them.
So you rush forward with the glaive and you swing it forward, and the creature kind of scuttles back and just kind of as you sling towards it. Miss.
Well, that's shit. I don't have a bonus, and if I move anywhere, I'm just gonna get.
You got action
Okay.
surge if you want to though.
Yeah, that just gets me what
Extra-
points
extra-
back.
No, action surge gives you an
No,
extra action.
another
It gives me
action.
the extra action. Okay.
Yeah, that's action surge, right? You get that at 2nd level, is that right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, because 3rd level you pick your subclass. So yeah. So you should have action surge in there. Anyways, Wiley. Creature does not. None of these creatures know you're here anymore. You
What can I
vanished.
see from this chimney?
You can see everything that's happening inside the room. Yeah.
Okay.
You saw a bag break the window out, and then
Yeah.
Sylvie just walked through the front door.
Oh god.
Make a great team, Sylvie.
Okay. So what I want to do is I'm gonna throw my torch out of the chimney and try to hit the webs that are encasing Sylvie.
Okay. So make a ranged attack.
Okay.
This is gonna be thrown. So this is gonna be strength based. Did you
Will
throw
that
it?
remove the minor illusion?
No, it just
No,
a
yeah.
torch just flies
Yeah.
out of the illusion. So I mean the spider's gonna know something's up at this point,
Right.
but
It's still dumb.
yeah, it still has to figure it out.
Natural 20.
Nice.
So the torch you hurl it forward. Roll 2d4 for fire damage.
2d4.
Yep.
Oh yes, that's a crit hit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Quick hit.
Ooh. Okay.
Alright, I should have just handed it to you. Very
Yeah,
flat
what-
table.
But what kind of damage would this be?
This would be magical because it's fire damage.
Yeah, this ain't even on my.
It's at the
Oh,
very
really?
bottom.
Oh, it's at the bottom.
Spell or
Spell
bomb.
or bomb.
Oh no. Okay. I don't know if that helps. Target is flat-footed until the end of the turn.
Okay, so yeah, that's not gonna help against
Not
the
gonna-
webbing. But
Okay.
how
so
much damage?
Is it plus anything? Plus my
No.
strength?
Yes, plus your strength.
Okay. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of.
So you hurl it forward. The torch kind of slams into the Actually, sorry, it's gonna be 2d4 of your bludgeoning damage. Then it's +1 for the fire damage.
Okay.
But either way, it's actually 1 more point of damage.
Okay,
What it ends up
okay,
being. So
So, 8.
the torch slams into it, and as it hits it, the webbing catches fire, Sylvie, it burns so fast.
Wow.
I mean, it immediately melts it off of you, and you break free.
Wow.
Thanks, Wiley.
And the torch hits the ground near the spider that's like on top of you as it kind of skitters across, and the fire begins to illuminate the spider. It immediately just backs away from the torch. It does not like that fire.
And then I want to climb up the chimney like 10 feet
Okay.
out of the opening.
You scuttle up the chimney.
Yeah. And then that'll be
That
that on
ends
my
your turn.
turn.
All right, top of the round, bag.
I want to use aggressive to come, like, move towards one of the spiders, but
Okay.
as soon as I enter the door, I'm going to stop and pull out my short sword and say, Avast ye! And then run up to the one right in front of the chimney
The one in front of the chimney?
and swipe him.
All right, go for it as you rush forward.
Ooh, that's a natural 3. 7?
No, we cannot.
There's
hit
this
these
really
guys.
big, like, flamboyant entrance, and then you rush forward, and as you go to strike at the creature, it's one of its eyes just catches you out of its peripheral, and it just immediately just kind of... The short sword just slinks right past its face.
Oh, fuck, my theater coaches were right. And I will stay right where I'm at.
All right, so, Sylvie, you're up.
Okay, I am free now, yes?
Yep, you are free.
Is everyone standing beside me or behind me?
Beside you.
Is there a way to step in front of everybody to where if I cast Thunderwave, I won't get them?
There's 10 feet, well, 5 feet in front of the badger.
Yeah, you could shift here,
The skunk, I mean.
and you could get these, but not him. You can't get all 3 of the spiders, but you can
Okay.
get the 2.
I'll go for the 2.
All right.
Yeah. Con save.
So the first one,
DC 12?
the first one rolls a
Yeah, DC 12.
13, so he barely succeeds.
Yeah.
Second one rolls a 8, so he fails.
Ooh, 14 points.
Oh, damn.
Darn.
14.
Yeah.
So,
Hell yeah.
Thunderwave, you guys watch as Sylvie shifts around, she checks on all of your positions. You're all curious as to why. Wiley, you can't see anything that's going on now, but all of a sudden there's this... The whole cabin begins to shake. With 14, you blow most of the backside of the building out.
Oh!
This is not a very well-made shack, and like that, there's a good like 5 or 6 foot portion of the wall that just gets blasted outwards
Yikes.
onto the water.
It's a good thing he's dead. He doesn't really need this house anymore.
Just
Don't worry, the guy's dead.
He gets pushed back 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
He goes out the hole, and you see as he goes, and he goes, shh, and then there's this. The other one manages to kind of withstand, and it just.
It's the first time I've done that. Pretty successful.
Way to go, Sylvie!
Thanks.
Did Tim set off a bomb?
And
Not
I
in
think
confined
that's
spaces.
turn. So I don't think I can do anything as a bonus action. So yeah, that's my turn.
End your turn. All right, it's the giant spider's turn. Hey,
Uh-oh.
let me try this one this time. All right. So. Remove him for a moment. The one behind you, Sylvie's gonna make another bite attack against you. That's a natural 1. That's gonna fail. So he misses. The one next to you, Bag, is going to lash out at you as well.
No, it's not.
That's gonna be 13 to hit.
Oh, it meets.
Oh.
Meets.
Hmm.
Sorry. Wait. 12. I miscalculated. Yeah. Sorry, I miscalculated.
Misses.
I think it's a +5, not a +6. Yeah, +5. My bad. And so it
Nice.
misses. So it lashes out at you. You manage to dodge as you parry its blow.
What a great sparring partner.
Then you hear from underneath the shack. You hear kind of scuttling beneath your feet.
Bigger?
No, it's not bigger. Just you hear scuttling underneath the shack from under the floorboards.
They're beneath us!
More of them.
Tim,
So the one Can I reach someone by Sylvie?
Yeah, you can reach it.
Okay, I'm gonna attack him.
Or wait.
It's got its back against the wall.
This. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Yeah, we can't hit.
That's why we were thunder wave. I was
Nine.
like, I can't roll
Yeah.
shit.
You swing again, and this time
gotta
your glaive
roll.
gets stuck in the rafters.
Okay. Now I'm gonna action surge.
Now you're gonna action
Now
surge.
he's mad. Angry
Oh
now.
man.
15.
There
That
we go.
hits.
There you go.
There we go.
That's the one I want to use. Okay. 9 plus
Damn.
9 plus.
Damn.
2.
Jesus.
11.
All right. 11 points. So
No.
the glaive sling, you get it stuck in the rafters, and then you just you just push through. You break the rafter overhead. The glaive comes swinging down, kind of cleaves the front two legs, like the front two right side legs of the spider, cuts them right off. They start like kind of bouncing on the ground, and it just lets out this kind of. It did not like that at all. It's not happy.
Fucking this guy's house up.
It's your.
Yeah.
And he's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
And that'd be the end of my turn. I don't have any other.
Her. Wiley, you're up.
All right, I go back down to see what actually happened.
All right, so you drop down. Man, this shack was in a lot better shape 2 seconds ago. There's a whole back portion of the wall that's blown out,
We gotta
floating in the
exit.
water. The rafter, the main beat, like one of the main rafters that runs across the floor, has been cut in half, and you see as the roof kind of begins to creak
no.
underneath it. So,
All right, and an enemy. Can I see an enemy?
yep, you can see there's one right next to you,
Oh,
but
right.
you're still hidden by illusion.
Attack.
Make an attack roll with advantage.
With
Because it
advantage.
cannot see you.
All right, let's see. 17 plus 5.
That'll hit.
And it's a D8. 6, 7, 8, 9 to
Nice.
the 1.
Which weapon are you using?
I'm using this staff now because I threw the torch.
All right, so you take the staff, and as Bag, you're fighting this creature. All of a sudden, out of your illusion, this hooked staff swings out. You grab the spider by the top of the head, and with one yank, you lop its head off. And the body just kind of writhes around a little bit for a moment, and then just kind of curls up, and it dies.
Taking him off stage.
The staff just comes out of the fireplace by
I've
itself.
seen that staff before.
Anything else, Wiley?
That'll be a. I go back up the chimney.
So you climb back up a little bit.
10 feet.
All right, top of the round, Bag.
I want to turn and pop that spider with a whip.
All right. Oh, wait, that's Wiley.
I only need 10 feet.
Yep.
Sweet. God damn it.
Yep.
No.
I missed it.
You sling it forward. The spider kind of just scuttles to the left, just out of the side, out of the way, as the whip just cracks, just open air.
I'll leave it to you guys, and I move over to the two bodies.
You're doing great, Bag. Don't worry.
All right.
You're just a little out of practice.
Sylvia, you're up.
Okay. There's one right on top of me, so
Yeah, there
I
is.
will try and hit it with my
Make an
staff.
attack roll.
I don't know who of you to trust. 14.
14 just hits.
Hey.
Sweet mother. 10 points.
10 points. So, the staff, as you come crashing down, as the whip kind of shifts the creature out of the way as it's trying to dodge the whip, the staff comes crashing down right onto its head. You split the eyes. There's this, the carapace just kind of cracks open, and there's a bit of an ooze. The eyes just go white as the creature just falls to the ground.
Well, that was wicked.
I hope we don't need those eyes for anything.
I don't think it needs anything anymore.
That's the first spider I've ever killed.
Well, you did good.
Thanks.
Didn't you kill the first one?
You're right. That's the second spider I've ever killed.
I did hear some feet on the bottom of this house, so maybe be careful.
Okay. I'm going to move to where the
The
bodies
music's
are.
still playing.
Okay. So you're shifting over to the bodies to
Yeah.
help. So. Is that your turn?
think I just chose poorly. But that's what Sophie would do. She would go to rescue those people. With my bonus action, can I do anything to them or just get down?
Get down and get ready to start cutting them
Yeah.
free.
God damn.
That was a lot of dice.
That's a lot.
That's gonna be a. Tell you what, roll a d20 each of you.
16.
11. I was closer to 10, so I get it right.
Bang. You, as you're both down trying to free them, you hear this, and the legs crawl over the window, and it lurches down and attacks you with a 16 to hit.
Oh my god!
I need you
Trapdoor spider.
to make a Constitution saving throw. for me.
Constitution saving throw.
You got it, you got it, you got it.
These are saves? Okay, cool. 16.
16 succeed.
Yes.
Nice. So, you're gonna take 6 points of piercing damage,
God, I leveled up.
and what would have been 10 points of poison
You said
reduced to 5.
6 and 5.
As the venom, as it kind of sinks its teeth into you, you manage to pull out just before it can pulse all the poison and toxin into your veins as you jerk away from it. That's going to end its turn. Tim.
Seeing that happen, just take my glaive and slam it on top of that spot.
Make an attack roll.
Get it, Tim!
I feel weird.
That's a 16.
16 hits.
That's 5. No, that's. Jesus, 3 points of damage? No. Yeah.
Minimum
Yeah,
damage.
3 points of damage.
It only had 2 points. The thunder wave blasted it out earlier. It had to swim back and get underneath the cavern. As you take the glaive and you bring it down, it's going arcing through, just cutting half the abdomen completely in half. The front 2 legs start skittering one way. The back 2 legs kind of skitter back off to the boardwalk. The creature kind of curls over and hears it. I'm sorry, my queen.
Yeah, everyone want to hear that.
Queen?
And that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Queen!
Queen!
Take a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thank you all for watching.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You got hit.
lift, mostly bagged, just reeling from the battle. Mostly, you're feeling your shoulder and your arm's a little numb. It's there's something off with it, but you're just glad you got out of there fast enough.
You want me to take a look at that?
Please and thank you.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at it like a medicine.
Make a medicine check.
Actually, look at it.
Can I guide myself? Okay. Hey, that's really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
24.
You're dying.
24. So, Sylvie,
Nothing I can do.
as you take a look at this, these wounds, and you see there's still a little bit of this like violet colored ichor just kind of dripping out of the wound. And you take a look at it, and you kind of reach your fingers down, and you rub it between your paws, and just kind of smell it. You've smelled this kind of poison before in your journeys. It's one of those teachings that your father told you as a merchant being on the road. He warned you of specific types of poisons and told you about ones that could kill and some that just paralyzed for an extended period of time. About this point, you hear a, "What the hell happened to my house?"
Uh-oh.
Huh?
As you look over,
He's not dead.
and you see the little muskrat, his little beady eyes, as he's kind of like wiping them, and he looks
Paralyzed.
he's
Oh, yeah,
paralyzed.
he's
He wasn't dead.
Oh,
As he
God.
looks through the house, he sees all of you. As you all look over towards him, there's this moment of weird there's this weird awkward pause,
Awkward.
and then that rafter that was broken, like a good 6-7 foot chunk of the ceiling collapses in.
You had a pest problem and we fixed it.
It was spiders, huge spiders, but don't worry, they are gone now.
I'm still in the chimney.
He just falls down, his little tail just kind of wags behind him. Who the hell are you people?
We're so sorry.
Exterminators.
Yep.
Make a deception check.
Yep. Thanks, Sylvie. I should have checked this before I tried that. Oh, charisma. Oh, charisma. That's a 9.
It's a 9. Kind of looks at you. He looks around each of your necks. You ain't no exterminators, you're seekers. I see the astrals on your necks. Y'all done gone and destroyed my house.
We didn't mean to,
It's
really.
been in my family for generations.
Can help you fix it.
Where is he in the
Start moving
house?
straw.
He's just sitting like on the like in the front doorway.
Oh,
just
he's
kinda
in the
looking-
front doorway.
Yeah.
I scuttle up. The chimney.
You're just like in the chimney still.
Yeah, I want to go back to the room.
Oh, minor illusion's still going, technically. Well, I guess you would have to make a concentration check.
Yeah. But I would have been out of sight either
Yeah,
way.
when you got hit. Just roll to see. If you rolled above a 10, you're good.
What if it was a 10?
Plus your
fine.
constitution.
Plus your con.
my
Yeah,
con.
plus your con.
Yeah.
10 plus, yeah, you're good. So it's minor illusion's still going, and you just scuttle up the chimney. Kind of.
You see the spiders?
He looks. Huh? Where?
Yeah.
Ooh, that must have been what bit me.
Yep.
Oh my-
I could have sworn I felt something. I was getting ready to go on my daily fishing trip, and well, hell, then I felt like something just pricked me in my neck, and everything started going real dark like, and then I could swear I heard my cousin calling out to me from nearby, and heard something scuttle off, and then I just kind of passed out.
Yeah, the spiders, they paralyze.
You got 2 nasty fang marks in your neck.
Kind of
We
turned
thought
his
you
head
were
over.
dead.
Am I gonna be all right?
Who's your cousin?
Oh, Marley Joe, right around the corner.
We might need to check on Marley Joe.
Oh, all right. She ain't too far. Kind of gestures down the way. Y'all, who's gonna pay for my house? I can't afford to fix this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate y'all taking care of them spiders for me and all. He looks over at the bundle that you guys are still like sending over in the body bags, essentially. Who's in there?
You might recognize him. Like,
You cut open like you, and Reggie's head just kind of falls out, the little raccoon head, and his tongue's kind of lolling, his eyes are open, and you see as it just one of them just kind of just twitches a little bit.
Okay, so
I'm gonna slap him.
You slap him. His head just.
Sorry.
Nothing.
I thought that might work.
I mean
You know-
that could have been you know, if we hadn't come by.
It could have been. I could also take a look at your bite and make sure that you're going to be okay, and then maybe we call it a wash. That way you don't have any medical bills.
Make a persuasion check.
She's really good at it.
can I do like this and cast guidance?
No. Not on the persuasion check.
She's really, really good at this. You don't need to worry about it. It's gonna be great.
It's a 5.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I think that maybe we should just talk it over with.
She
proper
checked me
authority.
out and I swing my limp arm.
Make it with advantage since he's technically aiding you.
Can I sort of shift behind this dude?
You shift behind him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was so close. 7.
You shift behind him?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of wander up behind him. He's focused on the two of them. He's not paying attention to you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm gonna smack him and knock him out. I'm tired of wasting around this mess.
Holy shit! Make an attack.
It's a 12.
Okay.
12 hits. Non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
He has 1 hit point.
Okay.
You guys watch as Tim just walks up behind him and just takes like the butt end of his glaive and just cracks him on the back of the head. He's just slams down on the floorboard, out cold.
All right, let's get on with this. We don't got time for this mess. Come on.
Did you kill him?
Absolutely not. I mean, he was gonna be dead one way or the other, but no, I just knocked him out. Come on. Let's There's a queen around here somewhere.
I'm gonna take some ash and draw 2 more puncture wounds.
Oh, better yet, I'm gonna pull those fish hooks out. I'm just gonna stick 2 on his arm.
Just take the fish hooks and you carefully just make little pricks in his arm. Okay.
We could also just move the spider on top of him. It's right
You do
there.
that too. Put him under a spider.
I dropped down from the roof
So you
to
didn't-
look, and I didn't see.
You didn't see anything,
No,
but you heard a lot of
and
commotion. You heard
now
a muskrat, a little kind of slightly angry muskrat yelling. And you heard a thud and a thwomp, and then the two of them start panicking a little bit. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
I want to open the door and look inside.
All right, so you drop down, you look, and you see this whole thing transpire. You see Tim standing over a body. The two of them dragging with fish hooks. The two of them dragging a giant spider corpse to lay on top of it.
You didn't see nothing.
I turn around and just start walking.
Can I assess how much it might cost to fix this? Being
What
from
we
a
got,
merchant,
lady?
Make a intelligence check.
from a. Can I guide myself?
I mean, the roof fell in. What do you think?
Guide yourself on that.
He's gonna need a new house.
Yeah. God, why is it -1? 13.
13. I mean,
Or 14, excuse me.
you do come from a family of merchants, so you have a general idea of what the cost of building something like this would run you, just based on materials, not counting labor. You're kind of looking around. You look at the roof, the damage. The back wall is the tough one. That one's the one that's pretty rough. The roof, not too bad. Throw up a new beam, a little more thatching, and it's probably fine. That back wall is going to take some work, though. Probably with a shack like this, I would say anywhere from 30 to 50 gold pieces
Oh,
to
it is
get
a
it fixed
shack.
up.
Open concepts are really in right now.
That's what I've heard.
I mean, I think it was something like eminent domain is what they were talking about.
He was dead when we got here.
I don't have that much money. I'll just put an IOU in his pocket.
Okay. Oh, where's the queen? Come on. It was gonna be here somewhere.
I was gonna help him, but my little measly 3 gold I can give him is not gonna help him.
About
very
this
much.
point, you hear is, oh, why does my face hurt? And you see his
Spiders.
Reggie kind of reaches his little paws up and looks over at all you. Who are you? Where am I? What is this place?
We're rescuing you.
Yeah. What happened to the astral?
Astral, I was watching it.
You
One
didn't do a
second
good
I was-
job at all, did you?
I don't know. I guess. One second I was watching it and said, next second I felt something real sharp in the back of my neck, and hell, then I woke up here. My jaw hurts.
Can I insight check to see
Make
if
an
it's
inside check.
lying to us? This is not going. It's almost good. 7. Yep.
You know, I was dreaming a little bit. You know, I was having a dream about real tasty beignets.
I want to start helping him up and checking his body for puncture marks.
All right, so go ahead and make a medicine check.
Do we see the other one?
Yeah,
So two
he's
of them.
still wrapped up.
Okay.
You guys haven't
try
cut
to
loose
start
yet. Yeah.
cutting him open.
All right, so you can like cut open the
Yeah.
wrappings around him.
13.
13. Take a look at him. As you look around the back of his neck, he does have 2 puncture wounds, just like the little muskrat, kind of on the back side. So, looks like he did get bit and carried this way. He kind of having this dream, and it was about beignets to start with. But then I heard some voices I didn't recognize. It's like this weird chittering, kind of scary sounds. Something about taking an astral to the queen, saying it's her only hope. I don't know what that was all about. Weird. Say, where's Roscoe?
I think he's in here. I'm trying to get him out.
Oh my God! Looks around at all the dead spots. About this point is where it all sets in what's happened. Hey. Oh hell!
You're lucky you didn't die.
Well, thank y'all very much. I don't know what we would have done if y'all hadn't come along. Well, shit. Who are you?
We're exterminators.
Well, you damn good ones then.
Yep.
That's some big old spiders.
Yeah,
Must
we're going
have
after the queen. We need your help.
Well, how much help I'd be? What you need my help with?
Bait.
I don't feel so comfortable about that. I've been fishing before. I know what that ends up
You
like for me. I don't know.
Battling the queen. We need. He talks weird. Battling the queen is what
What's your friend's name over there? The muskrat.
Oh, he kind of looks over the. Let's see. Oh, that's Monty.
When Monty wakes up, you tell him that we were exterminators. We helped him.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of plain to see that's what y'all's here
That's
doing,
what
right?
we
I mean,
thought, but you know.
well,
He's been having some dreams.
Yeah.
all right. I mean, Monty hits the sauce a little bit from time to time. I'll let him know, but is he gonna be all right? It's a big old spider on top of him over there.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Would y'all mind just getting the spider off of him?
Yeah. We'll be good about that. Yeah. No. We won't do that.
You will or you won't do that.
It's
I mean, he looks
for
like
his own protection.
Yeah.
make it.
yeah. The spider on top of him prevents other spiders from getting. We are
Make
exterminators.
deception checks, both of you.
The hole that just
17.
18.
Yay!
We're exterminators.
Well, all right. I mean, if you're
Hides
the old
it.
exterminators and you say so, then all right, we'll leave that big old spider on top of him. And don't look comfortable for him. He's gonna have a real hard time getting that off him when he wakes up. But
Good.
that's all good. We'll leave him. Should we just leave him like that?
Yeah.
Should I go get somebody?
Check on your brother there.
He kind of looks down. Kind of looks at Roscoe. Roscoe, he hears you. Yay.
So my torch still going on the ground somewhere?
Yeah, it's still on the ground.
Okay. I'll go get my torch. Is he still in the webs over there?
She's already cut.
Oh,
loose
he's already
at this
cut the
point.
webs
She's
loose,
cut it
okay.
loose at this point.
Would we know if we could get the venom of any sort to use?
Yeah, potentially. Go ahead and make a nature check. In this case, or actually, it's gonna be survival. So you try to get that out. Yeah.
Okay. Can I have guidance on myself?
You may indeed.
Sweet.
Are you going
Yes.
for the venom right now?
Yeah.
Can I
21. Okay. Do you have any vials or jars,
Water
bottles,
skin
or anything like that?
Just skin.
have one set of artisan's tools. I have an herbalism kit.
There you go. That'll work. So yeah, you would have some vials then.
Okay.
So you kind of take a vial out and you manage to get a little bit of the spider that you have a vial of giant spider venom.
Can I take one of its fangs?
Mm-hmm. Not hard to get.
I would have tried to look around outside, and then if I didn't see anything, rejoin the group.
Make a perception check.
I want 2 fangs, actually.
That is 13.
13?
Yes.
So as you kind of step outside and you look around, you do see as the commotion has drawn the attention of some town folk. You look down the bridge a little way, like down the boardwalk, and you see there's like 4 or 5 individuals kind of making their way towards you, torches in hand, and you hear the voices kind of, you can just barely see them through the fog. They haven't quite broken the fog yet, but you can see their silhouettes walking along the boardwalk in your direction.
All right.
Probably that loud thunder wave that popped off
I'm gonna pick
a
up the
minute or two
pace
ago.
and go back inside.
Okay.
What's this mean?
Hey guys, we got some tourists, visitors coming our way.
I see.
Shall we continue our mission?
Yeah, I don't know what y'all are doing in here, but y'all need to wrap it up.
We all.
We were unwrapping them.
Unwrapping them. Oh, I see.
Do you
the-
see any others other than the 2?
Just the 2 of them.
Just the
You
2
see
of
as Reggie kind of picks Roscoe up and throws him over his shoulder. Well, I guess I'll get my brother back to, well, I guess we'll go see the old medicine man. And well, thanks again. I don't know what we'd done if y'all hadn't come along.
Camilla's looking for you, and she's pretty mad.
Why the hell's she mad? What'd I do?
You're supposed to be guarding the astral.
Yeah, you guys were supposed to be guarding the astral, and they
The
got
astral's gone?
It's stolen, yeah.
Oh,
Any idea where the
Lord.
queen is?
The queen?
Yeah, in your dream, you know.
I don't know. I mean, if it's Queen of Spiders, I guess it'd be in the ruins just north of the Undermire.
Fastest way to get there? Follow the lanterns?
Take the boardwalk through the pitch pits and follow the Everflame lanterns. Take you straight to it. I mean, I probably need a map, but
Got a map?
kind of hands a map over towards you, and there is, you see, it's essentially a smaller map of the greater area of Foggy Hollow. There is a boardwalk that leads through a bunch of pitch pits. That's what this town is mostly known for, is tar and pitch. The boardwalk kind of leads to the north of town, headed deeper into the forest, and at the break, at the shoreline of the marsh, there is a forest. And you can see there's little dots kind of pegged in it. It kind of points right when you hit land on the other side, and once you get out of the marsh, take a right, veer away from the flame candles. It won't take you long to find the ruin. Hell, y'all be careful. I mean, that's a dangerous place. It's real weird for the spiders to come down this far. They've never come this far south. Not in my lifetime, at least.
Tell Camilla the exterminators found you.
I'll let her know. Thank you again. Kind of, you watch this. He doesn't even use the front door. He steps through the window, just carrying Roscoe, and just makes his way back.
Roscoe, Reggie.
Yeah.
Y'all are going back to Camilla, right?
Well, I'm gonna take my brother here to see the apothecary first, and then I'm gonna go see Camilla, I guess.
Okay, can you take this to her for me? And I write a note and hand it
Okay.
to
Kind
Roscoe.
of takes it. I sure can. That's no problem, I guess.
Thank you.
Takes it, turns around and walks away.
The Everflames, right?
You'll just send that to me.
Yeah, I'll send it
Text it to me.
Yeah.
I suppose, do we need to take a short break?
Oh, we need to get out of here for the
Yeah, the
Well, of course,
crowd of
yeah.
people is about to break the fog. They're getting about probably 100 feet away from it now.
clearance,
let's
he
go.
said.
Let's go check on Marley, whatever her name was.
Marley Joe.
Marley Joe. I was gonna say Marley Sue.
So you guys kind of shift off the boardwalk, kind of making your way.
That was the other way from the crowd, right?
Yeah, it's kind of further along the boardwalk. The boardwalk here kind of takes a right and curves further around. headed towards, and you can actually see from this vantage point, it crawls around to that great boardwalk on the map that extends deeper into the marsh. You can actually see the lanterns here. And you notice as they give off this kind of violet, like almost a pinkish violet glow that emanates, and you can just see them every 20, 30 feet through the fog, until you can't see anymore, disappear into the north. Kind of making your way around, and you head over to the shack that's it's probably 150 feet away, kind of tucked off to the right-hand side, a couple of fishing boats out to the side of little fishing rafts, and you approach the residence.
Lights on?
As you look inside the window, there is a small lantern lit.
She seems okay. Should I keep going? Find a place to rest?
You want to just spray the house for bugs?
Sure.
Knock on the door. A moment passes. And just a minute. I'll be right with you.
Exterminators!
The door opens. This little muskrat she looks at your knees and then kind of looks up at you. Ooh, I didn't know there were no exterminators.
Well, alright, man. We done been brought down by the town over there, man. And we just here looking for bugs.
How does he do that so fast?
Make a deception check for me.
17.
17. She's. Oh well. I mean, well, I guess it's fine if the town sent you. Just kind of. It ain't much to take a look at, but you can look at it all you want, I guess. I mean.
Have you seen any spiders?
No, ma'am. I haven't seen no spiders.
You sure?
Pretty positive.
All
I
right.
think I know if I've seen spiders.
They're pretty big spiders.
We just come over down the way and we've seen some spiders.
Well, from which way?
That way.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint. I ain't got no spiders here, though. Thanks for checking.
Alright, she's clean, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, chimney?
Jimmy, where?
I can do chimney.
You climb up.
I climb up again.
You climb up onto the roof and wander over to a chimney. It's a little smaller than the other one, a little cramped, but you're able to fit down. You look down and then kind
This time I do not take a torch. I don't.
As you scuttle down the chimney, there's no webbing up here. As you kind of scuttle down, you guys looking inside. She kind of turns around and then you hear as he drops down into the hearth, the ash just comes. And she's, well, are there any spiders?
No.
You didn't see none sweep?
I was checking the chimney for spiders. It's clear.
We're pretty thorough. That's normally how they get in, either underneath your house or through the chimney.
Well, that's uncomfortable.
Yep, so keep an eye out for webs.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do it.
I think we're done here. All right.
I go back up the chimney. I don't come out. I go back up the chimney.
Where would you all like to head from here?
Could I have gotten a scent off the spiders to see if we have a trail to follow?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, so you stringy, sticky stuff on the boardwalk.
Wiki wikis.
Do we see any trails?
Perception checks.
Perception. Something that doesn't matter.
Dirty
Negative.
20.
Dirty 20?
Yes.
12.
This plus 2. 19.
19, 12, dirty 20, is what you said? Yeah.
12.
So, with your nose getting a whiff of the spiders, you do manage to catch a scent. You can feel it on the wind, kind of in there, lingering in the fog a little bit. With the 19, as you guys are all looking around and kind of looking up in the trees in particular, as you approach the major boardwalk that leads into the Umbermire, you look up and you do see a couple of webs kind of scattered here and there. It looks like there is a little tunnel, of webbing within the canopy that seems to travel to the north, kind of to the northwest, in the general direction that the raccoon had mentioned.
Do we know what this whatever it is, what do you call it? Umbermire?
Umbermire.
Do we know what that is?
Make a history check.
It's a 13 plus a minus 1. 12.
With a 12,
Everything's a minus 1.
with a 12, you've heard of the Umbermire before. You've been around long enough. You've heard of people coming from Foggy Hollow, travel merchants and seekers coming in and out of Riverwood Bend. You know the Umbermire is essentially a section of the marsh where it meets the tar pits and the pitch pits, where the tar and pitch kind of floats to the surface of the swamp and meshes with it here, and it makes this almost black, like gray, murky top of the water, which is where it gets its name from. The tar pits are a little further to the southeast.
We're supposed to go through the tar pits on the way.
Yeah, you'll go past them.
Okay.
So.
Well, goodbye, Mary Jo.
All right. Have a good one.
Good afternoon.
Good
Yep.
evening and good night.
Yep.
Did you take a break?
Yes.
So do you guys take short rest?
Yes.
I'm good.
Can we get inconspicuously somewhere not like right in front of the path
Yeah, you can
of
kind of follow
tourist?
you can kind of get on the main boardwalk and travel a little further north out of the town a little ways. So, short
Also,
rest is going
which
to
is
go
this-
unimpeded, by the way. So
Okay.
if you want to heal up if you need to, I think you're the only one that might need to heal up right now. You might need to roll a hit dice. I think you got like 2 points.
Yeah, I
of
took
damage,
2, but we're going against the queen, so I'll roll up
The
hit
queen.
dice.
That's pretty good.
Mine wasn't.
You can roll 2. At level 2 now.
I only had one.
Level
should've
2.
done
Level
that.
2 you got 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah, it's
Did you
per
add
level.
your Constitution too?
Oh man.
Did you add your con to it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so you add your con to it.
Let's do that
Yes.
first. Add con to both.
Yep. Don't forget too, you do have that red elixir that you found in the
Oh.
brambles
Healing
too.
potion.
Allegedly.
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 Most
I
likely.
certainly would not do
that
something like that to you guys.
Definitely not, because I tried to confirm it was healing, but there was no
That's right,
confirmation.
yeah. We rolled pretty shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys have been rolling pretty straight garbage this whole
Yeah.
game. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have like the main rolls always end up being super high.
And see
Everything else
this
is stretch.
There's no in between.
So, as you kind of clean up your wounds, take a quick rest.
I would relay the information of the spider, the tunnel of webs headed to northwest. Was it? Yeah.
The scent's coming from the same direction.
Yep.
I can
That
smell
way.
it. That way.
Yeah.
We are on the right track.
That's a new one. I almost copied it. I didn't mean to.
Nah.
These accents are so infectious.
So, you all travel along the boardwalk to the north, kind of following the Everflame candles deeper into the mire. You travel for about
Can I see
probably
your
the
face?
better part of 3-ish hours.
Did we go past or through the tar pits?
You went past them. So as you're traveling kind of further north, you do actually travel past. You can actually see off to the side. You can see the about probably quarter mile through like the woods to the northeastern side of the town. You see a lot of rises in the over these small square docks, kind of sitting up in random spots. A couple of boats around them. You see as they have these interesting contraptions on top of them. These kind of digging tools that reach down into the muck and mud, and you see as they're constantly going up and down, you see people working them. A lot of barrels and casks being filled with this black tar-like material that's being sifted off the top of the water.
Is there any close enough where I could gather any off the water?
Yeah, probably. Go ahead and make a nature check for me.
Okay, so I'm gonna just like coat my top of my blade in it. That's a 14. Probably with a -1 for nature check. That is a
Minus
13,
one.
-1.
13.
Yeah.
So with the 13, that's enough. As you find, as you guys get into the Umbermire, and you can see where the water from the marsh to the left, like the kind of clear water, is beginning to meld and mesh with the tar pits and the pitch to the right-hand side, as it's kind of melding, making this residue that just kind of floats on top of the water. You take some cloth and kind of shift it down in it, and manage to sift some through, capturing enough to coat your blade.
What are you gonna use that for?
Yeah, what's that do?
Run the spiders. We'll have to go and like get next to them, you know.
With some swamp water.
Yeah, smell this.
Tim, I will never smell anything you ever give me. It's just not gonna happen, bud.
So,
What does it smell like?
it smells very earthy, very much. It smells a lot like a flask of oil, but a little bit richer.
Do you know what they're doing in the water? That stuff
They're
over
getting
there?
the tar out of it.
What do you think they use it for?
Probably to go and, you know, coat the bottom of these boats to keep them from leaking.
Makes sense.
Can I take the spider fangs and stab them into the web that's wrapped around my staff on either side?
Sure.
Like stick them against it so the fangs are sticking out.
Yeah, just kind of adjust them in there. I'm curious to see where that's going, but sure, you can
Me
do
too. We'll see what happens.
it. So you just kind of affix them to the web and kind of tie it around to where they're a little loose, but they're there. Yeah. I'll tell you what, make a dexterity check for me. See how well you can affix them to the side of the staff.
You want some help?
You know, I think I'd like some help.
Okay.
I'm not very good at this stuff.
That's guidance.
I'm okay at this stuff.
Oh.
I'm not really good
Not
at this
okay with the
stuff.
dice rolling.
Hey, nice. Dexterity. 18.
18? Okay. So you feel pretty confident. I mean, you affix them pretty well. They're pretty sturdy, a little rigid. They're at the very ends of the fangs kind of shift a little bit from time to time, but I mean, they're pretty well stuck.
Nice job.
Thanks for your help.
Are they ornamental?
Don't know yet.
Sentimental?
Cinnamon. I love cinnamon.
You all continue your travels for, like I said, the better part of 3 to 4 hours. Walking along the boardwalk, it's pretty easy travel. Every now and again, you hear this kind of like something very large shifting in the water nearby. Every time you look to see what it was or where it was, there's nothing but ripples. You get to the end of the boardwalk finally, after traveling several miles. I mean, it is just miles and miles of wooden boardwalk, and you can see where there's a lot of broken boards here and there. You can see there are track marks, ruts were in the wood where it looks like carriages and carts have been traveling in and out of here. Following along these ever-flame candles, their violet light guarding your way as you get to the edge where it finally meets the mud and the muck, and the boardwalk vanishes and turns to this muddy trail that travels forward. As you get to this point, something catches your attention. You smell something that smells very good. There's this kind of lingering odor that's kind of wafting from the left, kind of coming to the west, from the west. Smells like
Beignets.
not beignets, but it does smell delicious. It smells very savory and salty. A little bit of garlic, onion. You're picking up a lot of interesting herbs and spices.
I
It's a
love
buffet.
different herbs and spices.
You'd be cooking all the way out here.
I'm gonna point that way and cast a message and say, "Who are you?"
Okay, cast it. pointed towards. Like it's this dense, thick force that kind of shifts around and turns into nothing but fog. And when you say this, there's no response. But you know it's the opposite direction of the spiders. They're from the right-hand side of the road. That's from the left.
Seems like a distracting scent.
Smells good to me.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind some food, but who's to say they're friendly?
I got rations. We need to kill the queen. I'm getting old.
I think you already are old.
I'm getting older then, alright?
Yeah, we should keep moving.
We can check it on the way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be
And-
hungry then.
As I walk past Sylvie, I want to sleight of hand a beignet in her pocket.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I got advantage on those. I do.
My passive
Yep,
perception
you have
is
advantage in sleight of
14.
hand.
My passive perception is 14.
Okay.
What's your DC?
Okay, sleight of hand.
Meter beat a 14.
That's only 12.
Sylvie, you feel as Wiley kind of brushes past you, and you feel as he slips something into your pocket.
What you doing in my pocket?
I keep walking. I don't even acknowledge she talks.
As you reach in, there's something fluffy, a little crispy,
Ooh.
the beignet. You eat it,
Yep.
just gobbles it up. It's pretty good.
Thanks, Wiley,
What are you talking about?
for the beignet.
I don't know what you're talking about. I keep walking.
What's going on with you two? What's
I don't
happening
know. I don't know. He just gave me a sweet treat.
here? You got enough for the class?
I keep walking. I don't even
I
acknowledge
got a little
this.
bit left. You want it?
So, at this point, you continue further into the marsh. This time, you're in the forest. There's puddles of water here and there and mud, but most of it is actually harder ground at this point as you're into the forest north of the Umbermire now. Kind of still watching that tunnel ahead of you and following that tunnel of spider webs. You eventually come to a point where you can see up ahead in the fog as it clears, and I will note there are no Everflame candles here. No lanterns guiding your path. And at this point, it begins to get dark as the sun does set and the marsh goes a little more eerie.
As we were walking, could I have been casting Detect Magic?
Kind of emanates off. You travel through for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. With Detect Magic going, you picked up the Everflame candles. There was a bit of evocation magic on those.
Okay.
Everywhere else that you're traveling so far, you haven't picked up anything. You travel for an hour, maybe two. Sun sets. And finally, up ahead, with all of your dark vision, you can see there's this large stone archway ahead of you, just sitting in the marsh. Most of the stone kind of crumbling and falling to pieces around it. You can see where it looks like there were walls attached to it at one point, but now they're just decrepit and tattered, fallen to the ground. You see a lot of spider webs tangled in between the stone and the forest around it.
Big Pew, you still got your torch?
Yep.
I think we found a nest.
These must
Anybody
be-
need torches? Anybody not got? I got some torches. Anybody need some?
What were you saying?
I said, I think this is the ruins.
Oh yeah. The witch is supposed to be not far from here too.
Well, she's not a queen of witch.
Illica.
Spiders.
Illica.
She might be. I've got some torches. Does anybody need any?
It could be smart to have a couple. Spiders didn't like the fire.
I don't need torches where I'm going.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Eh,
So, what are you gonna do?
Any magic coming from the entrance?
With Detect Magic kind of emanating out, no magic on the entryway.
Could always just light it up.
Okay.
Draw them out.
Be safer for us, I think.
Too bad we didn't bring the bait.
I've got an idea first. Is there a singular entrance?
So, like I said, it looks like at one point as you take a look, you notice. Make a perception check for me, actually, as you're looking around, as you're looking for another way.
I'm gonna look for a way in.
Like I said, there's no walls. It's kind of collapsed around. It looks like at one point there were walls, but now it's just forest and trees. A lot of bits and pieces of crumbled wall around
I also
it.
want to look around.
But make a perception check as you're just kind of looking for way to.
Ouch.
That's mean.
Ouch. 7?
7?
17.
17.
6.
6. So as you kind of looking around, I mean the archway's open. No walls on either side of it. You can see where there were walls. There's no walls there now. There's a lot of webs. Just avoid those. We should be fine.
I'm gonna start digging kind of out a bit from the archway.
Okay.
Just dig a little trench.
So you start to dig.
5 feet down.
All right.
And about, how big were the spiders?
A little bigger than you. So pretty big.
I'll help him burrow. I got
You got some
burrowing.
burrowing?
A trench wider than the spiders are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do
So
it-
you
do
guys
it
are going to
good,
start
yeah.
digging a trench here. So yours was 17?
17.
As you kind of look ahead, kind of getting a little closer, you can see the webs kind of shifting forward and around. They wrap through the trees and the canopy here. They kind of cover this the entirety of this area. You look further in, and through the clouds kind of break apart. A little moonlight seeps through, and you notice there are a lot of stone ruins inside. You see what look to be at one point buildings of some kind. Very small, all of them made with stone. It is weird that they're small. The buildings look like they were smaller for people smaller than Oran folk. And as you take a look at the ruins here, the ruins themselves are, I mean, the walls are not very big either. You can actually, from this point with the moonlight shining through a little bit, you can actually see where it looks like they end, maybe 100 feet ahead. Very small little fort of some kind.
And I don't see any structure that anybody could be hiding in.
As you look around, there's a lot of webs. With the 17, you see a lot of webbing, and kind of up top around the trees, you see webs kind of scattered about the ruins inside. A lot of muck and mud, and with a 17, you do see movement shifting in the branches.
Oh.
Kind of every now and again, one of the webs just kind of wiggles a little bit.
Hey guys. On your toes, we're not alone.
You say that, and the both of them kind of stick their heads up out of the dirt.
What are y'all doing?
You'll see.
Alright,
I think they're digging a trap.
digging a trap.
Who the fuck told you? God damn it.
I didn't tell you.
I didn't back there.
I'm quite perceptive.
So you dig a trench that's about 5 feet across to maybe 10, 15 feet long.
Yeah, as wide as the path is, you know, and then long
Yeah,
enough to.
Yeah, long enough to get you.
I want spiders to fall on this thing.
Yeah.
I got you. So how deep?
Like 5 feet deep. How big were they?
About a little bigger than you.
Like taller than me
Yeah.
too.
Well, we can make it 10
Let's
feet
make it
deep
10.
because it's like if you can burrow 10, I can burrow 10 feet movement, so that
Yeah.
would be.
You can burrow yourself, curving a tunnel. To dig a 10-foot by 5-foot by 5-foot pit's going to take you a little while.
Well, he's a faster
Sure.
digger, isn't he?
With both of you working at it, make athletic checks for me.
You guys got it.
Probably a
Thanks.
-1.
Will you make some
Guidance.
punji sticks?
On one of you.
I'll take it.
Oh, that's actually 11. Like a
Athletics?
bad
Yeah,
roll.
the-
Yeah.
Bardic inspiration.
12.
12 and 11. So
Okay.
takes you about probably an hour and a half or so digging through the night to dig this pit out. That's about, I mean, it's 10 feet deep. It's almost 10 feet on either side to make sure that you can cover the whole path. But you do dig out this. You guys, the two of you just watch. Just they're getting after it. Just throwing the dirt's just kind of
I don't know.
flying up out of the hole.
Are y'all making punji sticks?
It's an old man's mission.
Yeah, these two, I think they've gone. They've lost it.
But you dig a 10-foot by 10-foot pit.
What'd you want us to make?
Where the fuck are my spears?
And I would
Yeah.
note that
Oh.
as you get about 10 feet down, water begins to fill into the bottom of the pit.
Oh.
Even the wet spots.
I kind of pile some dirt back on where the water's coming from.
You kind of like try to you hit a reservoir, and the water just kind of begins to fill up, and you just
You got those spears?
I don't have anything to make them with. Actually, I'm pretty good. Well, it would take me a little while, but I'm pretty good at carving things.
Maybe like an hour and a half.
Maybe I could try.
So during that time,
Yep.
make a dexterity check.
I
for me.
have wood carver's tools.
Hell
Why the
yeah.
hell do you have those?
Because I got to pick one tool set, and I thought it would be cute if she knew how to carve wood.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Quite got some speed.
Yeah.
So,
I got some.
are you proficient with it?
Yes. Tool proficiencies, herbalism kit, and wood carver's tools.
Dexterity check, add your proficiency to it.
Okie dokie.
Hell yeah.
Can I grab myself?
You may indeed.
Hell yeah, these gonna be such good spears.
Well,
Well, this is whatever this is happening. I would have went up,
16.
tried to stealth up to the canopy and like watch them as all of this happens.
Make stealth checks.
Yeah.
oh, add proficiency?
Yeah.
Ooh,
18.
thank God
18.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
as you all finish up the pit, like the two of you are just like, and then all of a sudden you hear the clattering as she drops about probably a dozen or so perfectly made little spikes,
Hell
little punjies. And she's even added like carved barbs into them, so when something gets stuck on it, it's gonna have a hard time getting out.
Is that what you wanted?
That's
Awesome.
more than what I
Very good.
wanted. Perfect.
Did you put initials on these?
Yes. Wood carver has to leave, their signature.
Start sticking them in the ground in the bottom.
Okay. So, was your stealth?
I'm an
20,
artist
not
at heart.
natural.
20, so dirty 20.
Yes.
So as you climb up into the trees, kind of keeping an eye on them. What are you? So you're just watching the three of
Yeah,
them.
just making sure nothing attacks them.
Okay, make a perception check.
All right.
I'd like to start covering the top.
Oh, that's a 7.
7.
Yeah, that's a
So
7.
you kind of watch them,
Mm-hmm.
kind of look over towards the ruins nearby, and looking up in the canopy with all the webs, and you don't see any movement. You do hear the occasional, just kind of.
Okay.
How many more of that tar?
I mean, I got the rag that I've sifted through. We can use that, but I got the rest of it stuck on my glaive. But here's the rag that's got tar in it.
Can I like spread some along the bottom, like squeeze it out? Is there
Yeah.
enough for that?
I mean, you guys would have oil flask with you too. That would probably serve better. Yeah, it's
Pour
not
some
quite
oil
enough
on.
tar to coat the bottom, but there's enough.
I would
oil
have
in
cut the
oil flask.
spears too.
Oh, coating this. So you wouldn't have enough of that tar to coat your spears if you're not coating your blade with it. But you're, or have you already coated your blade?
Yeah, I was coating it when we were back there.
Yeah. So
Using the
wouldn't
rag. So I
have-
figured I had leftover rag residue.
you wouldn't have quite enough to coat all these, but you do have enough oil in an oil flask to kind of pour it all over everything. Yeah.
Perfect.
So and then you guys carefully cover up the top, make a survival check to see if you can coat the top.
I'm gonna need some help on this.
Yep.
With it. Whoever wants to assist can roll as well.
2.
Survival. Oh, this is a +1. Okay, come on.
2. I'll go for it. I'll give you guidance.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
needed it.
17.
Okay.
7.
Oh.
The old man didn't. We're tired. That's really
Really tired. They go to like pull some branches over it, and they're just they put like 2 branches over it by the time that you got the rest of it already completely covered with leaves and brambles.
It's okay. You guys were You did a lot of digging. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Oh, I guess I didn't do that good after all.
It's all right. I can fix it. I can do your side too.
God, I hope this fucking works.
Spend an hour to make a trap. And it fails.
All right. So, trap has been laid. Wiley is nowhere to be seen. You saw him hit a tree, and you haven't seen him since he started going up it.
I'm starting to believe he really is part of the shadow.
I am the shadows.
He is the shadows.
You just hear the whisper just kind of.
What do we do now?
I point at one of them and say, "Are you there?"
let's fucking light it up. Let's draw them out.
Draw 'em out?
See how many we can drop in that pile of spears.
I wonder if we could just make a lot of noise and then when they get here, light it up.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely throwing a spear in there, or a torch in there when they go in there.
Do we see any heavy concentration of webs, or where there's queen? I mean, queen has a hive or a something, a nest. Is there anything we notice? Thinking about all the spiders I've seen, regular spiders, of where they have nests and crap, and try and look around and see if there's any good spot for what I would think would be a spider's nest.
Okay, so you're carefully purveying there. Make a perception check as you look inside.
Better freaking do good. Oh gosh. This is a 7 and not a 1, but at least perception's actually better. That's a 10.
10. So kind of looking around, looks like there's a lot of webbing in the trees and stuff, and kind of scattered around where the remnants of the stone walls. With a 10, there does seem to be a section kind of towards the back left-hand side of the ruins, where there's one particularly large tree that extends up, and you can see there's a heavier concentration of webs there. But other than that, you can't really tell. It's kind of hidden over some of the, like behind some of the stone buildings.
And it's either the nest or the latrine over there. Big pile of webs. We either hit it, and then like we do with the bees, you hit it and then you run, they chase you.
Yeah. Give it a go?
Sure.
Jumping is your strength.
Yeah, you can long jump a distance equal to your like a number of feet equal to your strength. Your strength score, not modifier. So your strength's a 13, right? So you can jump 13 feet with a standing long jump.
Cool. So I might stand in between this, right in front of the trap, call them out and jump over the trap. How does that sound for you guys?
You think you can make it?
I can make it. It's only 5 feet.
Okay.
I could go in. How high up is that to stuff in the...
Go fucking poke the hornet's nest? That's a bad idea, Tim.
I'm going all
Bad idea.
Yeah, just throw
but then
the
I'm going to
torch.
stink the place up.
Throw the torch.
How high is it up in there in the trees? Too
Um,
high to stick?
About, yeah, it's too high for you to reach. It's like 15, 20 feet up. So
Okay.
just barely out of your reach.
Your thing might not come back down. It might get stuck in there.
True. And
So I think I'm going to message in there and tell them to come on out.
You can talk to the spiders.
Maybe. I haven't tried yet. But if I can understand them, I assume they can understand me.
Well, tell them we got the ones who took Roscoe and whatever.
I was going to...
Okay. That works too. Should we like...
Maybe you guys hide somewhere?
Yeah.
I could do that.
I hope Wiley's ready.
I hope so too.
I think he'd say something like, I'm always ready.
I'm always ready.
Just kind of whispers through the area.
It echoes.
So you're gonna jump over. So I want to get like, say, 15 feet in, so that if you're jumping over, I'm not gonna interfere with you.
Okay, so your path, so let me get this straight. You are right in front of the archway, like 40, 50 feet away from the archway where you set your trap, standing between the archway and the trap. You are behind the trap, a little to the side, so you're not in his way.
If you're gonna go in trap, are you gonna go like this and jump over the trap,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Then I want to be like,
So you're going to be right there with
yeah,
him.
right
Okay.
to the side
I
where
gotcha.
I'm close to
All
that, and I'm just gonna burrow down and cover
Oh,
up
you're going to
under 10 feet.
make a stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
Is there any forestry
Gonna
around
be in
here?
the ground.
Trees everywhere.
Trees everywhere?
Trees everywhere.
I'm gonna hide in the trees.
Okay, make a
Use
stealth
my-
check.
Oh!
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
As Tim walks over and he just begins to dig a little hole. He kind of circles around it a bit, and then he reaches up and just covers himself back up. Manages to like somehow get his glaive situated to where just the very tip is sticking out, but you'd never be able to see it if you didn't know he was there.
Hell yeah.
And he's completely invisible.
18.
18. So Sylvia, you kind of shift over into the wood line and kind of duck down in between some of the lower brambles and brush, and shift underneath a nearby bush and kind of hide. And so you're just standing there between the trap. You just
I am but an actor on life stage.
And I point in the nest.
okay.
And I say, we have visitors, come out.
Make a deception check.
Oh, shit.
Dirty 20.
30-20.
Nice.
As you point it kind of deeper into it, your gaze kind of wanders for a second. There's this silence. And then you hear a response. It's been a long time since I've had visitors. Tell me, who are you? And with that, we're going to end tonight's We're going to end tonight's session because it's almost 11 o'clock.
Oh my god.
That's
Sit in the hole for the entire week.
So yeah, we'll thank you guys for watching, and Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you so much for all your support this past year. We thank you, all of you. This has been a fun ride. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a fun session. We'll be back next Tuesday to continue this tale, and then another Tuesday after that as well. So, and I'm thinking that with how much fun this is going to be, we're going to definitely plan to continue the story on even afterwards, because it's been a lot of fun.
First time hearing this.
So, yeah, I think we're definitely going to try to find a time to make that a thing. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and please stick around, join us next week, and have a happy and safe New Year. And good night.
Good night.
Happy New Year.
Oh, stick around for a raid.
Oh yeah, stick around for a raid.
Stick around if you're still